And we're clear.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! Good evening, everybody. Good evening, wonderful role players who have gathered here tonight to play the third session of Helter Skelter, written by Andy Headley and Mike Sell. I remember that. We are having to look at the thing I'd written down and misplaced. We had tonight with us, we have Mr. RX Oliver on my that side, on the left-hand side of the screen, who is playing Jack Frosty Harper. And Jack Frosty Harper is?
Fabulous, sweetie.
Fabulous, fabulous. Small-time drug dealer to the stars.
I'll give you small time.
Unfortunately, also to my left, we have Mr. Lem Kilminster. Unfortunately, Mr. Kilminster is otherwise engaged, probably sorting out doing some sound checks for Mr. Hendricks, by whom he is employed, so he won't be with us this evening. To my right, or to the right, yeah, to the other side, we've got Mr. Hank Samsonite.
Hello.
Hello. And over to the other side of him, we have got Mr. Britt playing Chris Miller.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. And below Mr. Oliver, we have Colin Horrific playing Mr. Jingle Jangle, James Scarville.
Greetings, it's all lies.
And below Mr. Scarville, not in a literal sense, is Mr. Chris...
Don't say it.
Is Mr. Chris Dean.
Oh, that's a cop-out.
Hello. I used to be a contender. No, that's the other one.
Could have been a contender.
So,
What?
What? Go on. What?
I was going to say, what are you rebelling against? What you got? No, that's still the wrong one.
Yeah.
I was famous once.
My glasses have all steamed up in the excitement. That's a
hot. That's a foot-long hot dog slice.
I'm also hard, mate. It's okay.
This is how it's going to go down.
You better believe it.
Were you expecting anything
So,
else?
Like a foot-long hot dog.
Not productive, but loads of dick and fart jokes.
You're in for a long night, Phil, my boy.
That's
12
what-
inches long.
And that's how it's going to go down. That's what Mr. Scarville said.
12 inches and no mustard.
Okay, right. Get the sweat on. So, our would-be, I hesitate to call them heroes, but our would-be heroes, after witnessing the meltdown, the literal meltdown of Mr. Rory Federigo, head of Monolith Records, at his at the New Year's Eve party at his Hollywood home. They fled the scene of the crime. Not that they're guilty, of course, but they fled the scene to avoid the police and nosy reporters with the help of Jack Frosty Harper, where they laid low in his lockup and makeshift drugs lab. Before later that evening, some of them parting ways, Mr. Miller returned to the Federigo mansion and managed to speak to Rory's wife, and she offered him an extension of his employment, as she'd previously employed him to keep basically spying on her husband and seeing what he was up to. So she offered to extend his employment to try and find out who was responsible for the death of her husband, or rather to see if Mr. Charles Manson and his family were somehow responsible for her husband's death, which she strongly suspects, but also to recover and bring home her daughter, who had absconded of her own free will, by all accounts, with Mr. Manson and his family.
That was dead or alive, wasn't it?
We're gonna end dead or alive.
To which end, the end of many hot dogs, He recruited, so went around and recruiting his
The A team.
the A team. The I mean,
And got the B team.
he can't. I don't think you can necessarily call them friends, but they're all. Everybody knows each other for one reason or another. Everybody, the linchpin possibly in the group is Frosty, who is a link between all members of the group.
I know everyone.
Yeah. So your ties between you're all tied together through Frosty. Maybe you have some casual ties to other people in the group, or at least aware of some of the others. So after you spent some time discussing your next move at Venus Hot Dogs, which is one of the crossroads, the social crossroads in Hollywood, in downtown Hollywood, which is a haunt of everybody from blue collar workers right up to Hollywood stars and people, the latest musicians, as well as a pickup point for information, drugs, and a good time. So while there, I believe you picked up a few little bits of information. For one, there was something called the acid test, which is essentially an outdoor concert where people are encouraged to consume copious amounts of acid to best enjoy the music that's on offer, that tends to be more experimental rock and jazz style music. But yeah, it's generally acid test concerts is generally you're generally inspired to consume acid. Hence the name. Also, you found a flyer warning about the dangers of Cthulhu Purple, a new brand of acid that is on the streets. One that was being, although Mr. Kilminster isn't here, one that was being one of the members of Charlie's family attempted to ply Mr. Kilminster with during the New Year's Eve party. I think we finished the evening as the van, the blue van that Mr. Miller had spotted leaving the New Year's Eve party earlier before Mr. Federigo went into meltdown. It turned up outside Venus Hot Dogs, and a guy, kind of like a pretty guy, a big bruiser guy, but pretty with it. Nice tan, nice hair, good looks. So it turned up in this van and shouted over at one of the pretty young hippies sitting round Venus Hot Dogs, who jumped into the back of the van, and there was a bit of a staring contest, I think.
I think he was anti-smoking because I wanted a light and he fucker tried to shoot me.
He did. So yeah, he didn't like you approaching his van, didn't he? So he took a blind shot shot you through the side of the door, which luckily went completely wide, and then he drove off at speed, and you attempted to shoot out his front tyre, then his rear tyre, and didn't manage it. So as he drove off down the strip, I believe you were attempting to encourage everybody to jump in your car and give pursuit.
No, I was.
Yeah, no, I was trying to get him to go in the car and give pursuit.
Oh, that was it.
He refused. Point
I
blank.
think that's kind of how long's gone since he drove off. Because I said I'd gone and ordered a milkshake.
You did, yes. So by the time you got a milkshake, it's probably 10 minutes. I would imagine it's probably 10 minutes or so.
Priorities.
Come on.
I'm presuming people don't want to get in my car and try and chase this van. We're quite tired.
Yeah.
Are we not?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's probably Oh, it must be getting towards about 6. Well, let's see what does my trusty timepiece say. Yeah, it's I would say it's probably getting towards 4:39, and time should have been passing a little bit more. So I'll say it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and you've probably been up for almost 24 hours and partying hard. So I imagine it's probably good that at least some of you decide to retire for the.
I had and I was feeling refreshed and ready to entertain 2 lovely ladies, but they got scared away.
Yes, when the guns
Yeah,
And
so
then
I'm
the
a bit
guns
annoyed
went
about that.
off.
Also, I was trying to introduce Frosty to Squishy subtly, and then all hell broke loose.
Yes, and she fled.
She's
Squishy
gone.
buggered off.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't give you a picture. Did I give you a picture of Squishy? So there was. So this is what. Did I?
Remember?
Well, I'll give it you again anyway. So this is.
Don't think you did.
Hot dogs. Well, here we are. Whether I did or didn't.
You
So-
didn't want 12 inches.
So hopefully we get no legal privilege, because this is well, anyway. I'll not say anything about it and then not incur.
All familiarities with any
was
person's
Squishy.
living or dead is good.
It's not actually coincidental, but anyway.
All right, okay. I take a shovel, hand it back, and the GM's like, I want to dig in some more.
I just found this picture at random.
It's just a random picture from
It just
Sound
seemed
it random.
that with the scenario.
Yes.
What can we say?
What Colin said.
random girl from the 60s.
Yeah. Definitely not Charles Manson's girlfriend.
No, not at all. No.
She looks like a wrong and right enough.
That's a bit of a plot spoiler as well, isn't it? A bit of flaw in that. Anyway, okay. So shall we say that for various reasons you all retire to your own bed, your homes, apartments, wherever it is that you may live.
Sounds good to me.
And I would imagine it's
Yeah,
Go ahead, please.
can I crash at your place, Frosty?
Sure, you can sleep in the lab if you like. It's not a problem.
You know, as well, I was kind of hoping to stay at the Federico's place and crash there for a couple of nights, but
I mean,
clearly that's not a viable option.
I was going to go and stay with one of my many rich lovers, but as soon as you boys need a place to stay, I'll come and stay at the lab with you.
We could all go and stay at Scarville's apartment, because he's got plenty of space.
I'd rather stay at the lab.
I'll have a word with Kim to get the place looking nice for you.
We need to do a bit of planning for tomorrow, what we're going to do.
Surely planning goes against our very ethos.
What's the plan, man?
There's 2 doctors
Plans are so square.
we can
Yeah, man.
talk to. One about the drugs. One is the
Yeah,
was it the body, the
Olivia-
post-mortem?
yeah. Olivia Torres and Dr.
Toronto,
Torriente. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
My notes, anyway. In the LA hospital.
Is James
them
gonna
about
try and get Manson? Is he gonna try and lure him on his radio show just to see if he'll take the bait?
That was a plan, and I was going to talk to Squishy about it. Get somebody to point me out. There was a plan, but that's kind of went out the window, so we'll have to start from scratch.
I mean, he's contacted you in the past?
Yeah, I'll have a word with the secretary in the morning, and I'm not going to ring him at 5 o'clock in the morning. That would be a bit ridiculous. I'll ring them first thing, get them to reach out.
And then the only other thing I can think of is trying to find that ranch place. The flyer.
Yeah, the acid test.
We know roughly. Well, we know it's on a certain highway, don't we? We just have to look for it.
I think Mr. Miller he has like a few usual sources of information, of reliable information as well.
Didn't we make a rule actually? Maybe me for knowing where it was, for knowing the location. Didn't we make a rule for it last week?
Possibly, I believe so. Yeah. So you know it's out somewhere on Route 118.
Yeah, Route 118, the ranch. I see that. I've got that written down. That's as much as I've got.
And I believe, in fact, it might have been. I don't know. It was either yourself or it was Mr. Chris Dean. I can't remember who it was, which of the two it was. It was one of you. But yeah, so it's out. You believe it's out. So it's out on Route 118. It might have been both of you. In fact, why not give us, Mr. Chris Dean? Give us an idea roll or a no roll. Probably an idea roll.
Oh, great. And first one of the night.
Oh well,
Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah, that's good. So no.
I'm really tired.
Yeah. Obviously.
Oh, before I forget, can we all roll Let's Look?
That's controversial. We're not playing pulp.
It's not a pulp rule. It's in the normal rules, page 100.
Aye, but you don't do it in one shot. I've never done it in a one shot.
This into one shot. This is the third session.
Sorry,
It's a
is
one
rules
shot, we're
there
just
for
idiots.
session here?
I think it's technically it's a one shot, isn't it?
What's a
Third session,
No.
one shot. We're playing it as a campaign, aren't we?
3 sessions is normal for a one shot for this group.
Yeah.
I should have followed the van last night.
other groups can get this done in one session, but it's us.
No,
We're just gonna
That's us.
squeeze it dry.
2 years later.
Milk in the hot dog.
Oh my god, that sounds even worse.
So, following
What's that
day, James has got something to do. Frosty, do you want to go and speak to the doctor about the drugs?
I can do, yeah. I've got some knowledge of drugs. So.
And I'll go and look at a dead body. Anybody want to come with me? Anybody want to?
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Well, it's the same hospital as the DI,
no.
as the
Well,
drug identification ward, or is it a drug identification?
But we're doing that tomorrow after we've had some rest, or we're going to sleep first.
Yeah,
I'm not
have
bothered,
some
I don't
rest.
mind.
So we can do that all together then, and then James can do his magic.
We'll set the mouse trap up in the radio studio. Home Alone.
You forgot about you've forgotten
The
about
radio studio will be Home Alone style, with little traps and stuff.
So are you gonna all meet up in somewhere, perhaps Mr. Scarville's penthouse or
Venus hot dogs
Venus Hot Dog? Yes, why
The
not?
hot dog stand.
Yes.
for breakfast.
Remember, there was another part of the plan as well. We were going to drug Manson, give him some like ecstasy, some like truth serum. That's what ecstasy was originally designed for. It's a truth serum, get people to speak the truth. We're going to give him some of that.
Yeah, I think that'll still be under wraps that somewhere. I'm not sure it's probably got some MDMA somewhere you can get.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. MDMA. Yeah.
Yeah. God
It
drug.
developed in the Second World War, I think, as a truth serum, something like that. Something like that. It's been around a lot longer than the 80s or 90s. Right?
Yeah, probably CIA involved in it.
Rory, does he have a business address, or was it done from home? Or...
No, yeah, he has a business address. Yeah, it's in Hollywood. Be quite a large office, probably in like an office building, or certainly part of a office building.
Is it a fairly big record label? Or...
It's so it's not massive. It's not it's not like a maybe. It's not one of the biggest, but yeah, it's quite a big. It's quite an upcoming label, so it's not small. It's not like a small independent label, and the signing up of the Doors of Perception has like boosted its integrity and popularity quite a lot.
That's another place you could possibly go. So anyway.
So shall we say that you all meet up again about midday later today at midday at Venus hot dogs.
Or can we make it more like 2 o'clock?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't get out of bed
lunch hot
before.
dogs,
I don't
man.
get out of bed before 12 o'clock, sweetie. Don't be
Very
fucking
well.
mad.
2 o'clock. Is that going to move on to the next? Oh yeah, it's the same day. Isn't it?
Imagine being able to sleep till midday. Oh, those are the days.
Okay, so you all turn up fresh, or fully refreshed, possibly, at outside Venus Hot Dogs on the afternoon of January the it's still the same day, isn't it? Still January the 1st.
New Year's Day.
Any chance of anybody like putting a sticking plaster on whatever I did to myself?
Oh wow! Did you hurt yourself?
Well, you'll find out I've got really good first aid because I'm used to people ODing on me, so I can have a go at that for you. Yeah.
A nice
There's packets of salt.
needle through my sternum.
Can I roll for that, Phil? Can I think if he's coming to stay at my place anyway? Can I? Do
Yeah,
first aid
yeah,
on
well,
him?
okay, yeah. I can't remember how you got hurt.
I think it involved a guy in a leather jacket trying to kill him.
Yeah, I think
You
it
upset
did.
somebody? Remember?
Does a hard success make a difference on that, Phil? 'Cause I can do not much.
You give him plastic surgery
Yeah,
as well.
I don't believe so.
Only an extreme success.
Yeah, an extreme success would guarantee like a higher result. Still in the
Regular
same range, but yeah. So you manage to patch him up and you get 2 hits back.
Way!
Mwah, mwah, kisses your boo boos.
He did punch
There you
me
go.
really hard though.
Oh, sweetie. You stroke your hair and kiss your boo boos. Don't be worried about the big scary man. You're not going to see him anymore. You're safe at Frosty's.
He hopes.
I hope.
Okay, so yeah, it is sort of early afternoon, January the 1st, sat outside Venus Hot Dogs.
It's 2 p.m. It's first thing in the morning, sweetie. I just got up. What are you on about? It's mid-afternoon. This is first thing in the morning. This is Hollywood, baby.
So what are you guys doing?
Can I do something prior? You don't have to
Yeah.
role play. Just a yes or no. Can I phone Carol
Okay.
and ask for permission to go to the record label offices to have a look in Rory's office?
Yes. So she'll probably like phone ahead.
Phone
to-
ahead.
and make
So-
so let them know that you're coming.
I just want to have a look in the office, look for maybe if he's got a diary, see if he's written anything down anywhere about people being cleared.
Okay.
He probably won't keep it at home in case she finds it, but if it's in the office, he might have it stashed away somewhere.
Okay. Is
See if
there,
there's any mention of Manson, because I can't understand why they've like targeted him and killed him. So maybe he's got a reason in the office somewhere written down.
okay. Are you doing that before you?
Yeah, before, because it's a wasted day otherwise,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Okay.
I'll be up at early doors.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I want to do something as well before we arrive.
Okay.
Can I go with him?
So I'll ring my PA, Shelley, and I'm like, darling, remember that Manson chap, Charlie, was it, wanting to come on the show? Well, word on the street is he's quite popular and might be a wee boost for the ratings, so maybe if you could be a sweetie and track him down for me, get in touch, see if he still wants to come on and talk.
Well, if you think so, Mr. Scarville, but weren't we told not to entertain him?
Yeah, but things have changed and might be times have changed. I think that's kind of been forgotten. There's a bit of a misunderstanding, but like I said, if you just reach out, see if he's still interested in him, just say nothing final, of course.
Well, he did. Shouldn't be a problem. He did leave his leave a contact number several times.
Oh, actually, could you give out to me here?
Yeah, sure. And she reads you out this. Yeah, she reads you out this number.
Yep. If you could do that anyway, and let's see if he's still interested in coming on, and then I will speak to you later on before the end of the day.
Okay, I'll get right on it, Mr. Scavel.
Have a wonderful one, my darling.
So yes, you do that. What did you, Mr. Samson? Were you wanting to tag along with somebody? Which person was it you wanted to?
I want to go with the private eye if possible, if you'll have me.
Yeah, you'd fit in probably at the music label. So yeah.
Faceless wonders.
2 pairs of eyes are better than 1, as they say.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, when you arrive, you explain who you are, and yeah, they'll let you in because, true to word, Mrs. Federigo has phoned ahead and given pre-warning that you're going to be coming and to cooperate with you and give you access to Rory's office.
We don't recognise anybody, do we? Working in the offices. Anybody? Any ladies? Any of the men?
Give us a look. Give us a look roll.
Both of us, or just...
Just the one, so the person with the lowest look, I guess.
I've got 47. What have you got?
60.
That'll be me then. Yeah.
Nice, well done.
Okay, so yeah, you recognise there's a couple of people that you recognise, or at least they seem familiar, probably from the New Year's Eve party.
So it wouldn't be unusual, would it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No great surprise. You'd expect at least some of the other staff to have been present.
So I get cooperation. I'm allowed to go into.
Yeah. So it's not a massive, like I say, it's the offices are in like a tower block, but it's not the entire thing. It's maybe like one floor.
So can we have a shufty around? Get a spot hidden, maybe.
Yes, why not? Give us a spot hidden.
Both of us?
Can we both do it?
You can assist, so one can be the lead and the other can be the assist.
I've got 45,
I've
so
got 65.
I will assist you.
Oh wow! Extreme success. Okay,
We found the safe.
Hey!
find the signed confession. So you find a shoebox, sort of stuffed unceremoniously in the bottom of one of the filing cabinets. That is inside. There's about 5 or 6 audio cassettes. Or would they have audio cassettes? Or maybe if not audio cassettes, then certainly like a 8-track, reel-to-reel track, not an 8-track actually. There are submissions from Charlie Manson of his musical talents.
Oh, lovely.
Also, like a number of letters, like asking Rory to like listen to his demo tapes and it's going to be the best thing he's ever heard, and they make the Doors of Perception look like last week.
Any return address?
No.
Well, that's
Damn it.
fucking good.
Why would you not have...
There's no.
Like,
So it's just like it's just the like just like the letter. There's no envelope or anything like that.
Well, that's a job for you then, Hank, to listen to these fantastic
yeah, I'll do that.
bits of music. Would James or would Hank have the ability to play these things?
Oh well, you could probably ability to play them inside in Rory's office, I imagine.
Okay, so we'll do that then, maybe.
Okay.
Nothing else of interest in the office?
No, there's like an appointment diary, but there's nothing particularly untowards in there. There's maybe there's maybe a few notes from like some notes from a few months ago, where around the time around the time or just before the time that it was first contacted by Charlie Manson. And he's basically, this is before he signed up the Doors of Perception to the record label, and he's basically bemoaning and bitching about dirty hippies, and his opinion of the like hippie counterculture, say 6 months ago, was radically different to what it was prior to his death.
So something's changed his.
Yeah, it seems to have changed. It seems to have changed when he signed up the Doors of Perception, and the fortunes of his record label has dramatically changed with the signing of that band, which is no surprise really, because even you have heard, they're probably one of the biggest bands around anywhere at the moment.
Okay.
So it's no great surprise that they changed the fortune of Monolith Records. Before then, they were kind of more of they weren't a tiny label, but they were certainly weren't as big, weren't a big name, a recognisable name perhaps. But yeah, so these notes continue, and his attitude changes. And at first, his voices some concerns, or you get the impression that he's got concern. He's not like a Dear Diary type thing, but from the entries, you get the impression that he's concerned about his daughter Kendall, who seems to latch on to Manson when he first starts making his presence known. But as Rory becomes more entrenched in the counterculture, and he turns to embrace it, almost purely from a sexual and drug angle. His concerns for his daughter mingling with this type of people seems to diminish, as he clearly sees this as a way to as a means to an end. Exploiting the situation and reaping the benefits and indulging in all the perks that come with it. But at the same time, he seems to have been standoffish with Manson. He's not. He's always, rebuffed him, as you can tell from these demo tapes. He's obviously just clearly not thrown him away, but they've just been chucked into the bottom of a filing cabinet.
Maybe that's why Manson's. I mean, if it's Manson that's done it, but why he's done away with Rory, maybe.
Or maybe why he's got involved with his daughter as a revenge plot.
Yeah. Right. So Hank wants to listen to this music.
Oh yeah. So, but while you're doing this, Hank listens to this music. So the music it's not terrible. It's not terrible by any means, and Manson's got a fairly reasonable voice. But it's not. It's probably more your level than Monolith Records level.
What do you mean my level? I was I was above Monolith's records. They were nothing for what I was. Me and my brother, we had it all. I told you this.
So your current level, should we say then?
All right, current level.
He didn't have to roll his sanity then.
No. So there's no
Hang on, are you
backwards
masking
in it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Was the ladies?
but that's that's pretty much everything. All you can. There's not a lot.
Right.
No satanic messages. Damn it.
No, it's not until the 80s.
Oh.
Gotta wait.
So so that's what you do. The errands that you run beforehand. So eventually, you all meet up at sometime after 2 o'clock outside Venus Hot Dogs.
And
You're
before I
all
think,
reunited. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to order myself a nice hot dog with some onions and mustard and relish.
Very
And a
good.
nice cup of coffee. It's lunchtime. I have a funny feeling we might be away from civilization before too long, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Last meal.
I will have 2 12-inchers at the same time.
I bet you do.
Is this in the toilets behind the back?
Any holes a goal.
Yes.
Don't have the milkshake. I had terrible squid.
Okay. So yeah, you all reconvene at Venus's Hot Dogs. So I throw the floor open to yourselves.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, darlings. I go over to Chris Miller and I'm like, I wonder if you could maybe see if this number's still active. My secretary's having a look at, trying to reach out to Manson, but here's the number we have for him. Maybe we could find out an address for it.
Is that something I could do? Talk to
You
somebody?
could maybe try and call in a favour. Not that you've probably got many favours at the local precinct, but you could always try.
It's another avenue, but we can get an address.
What about my friend? the inspector, the sergeant guy.
Yeah, the inspector.
He loves you, eh?
Yeah.
You should do that just for shits and giggles.
He loves me.
By the
The
way.
only I don't want to go to him because he'll know it's involving.
Oh yeah.
So, try somebody else. I must have somebody that I didn't. That I got. Well, somebody that I got on with.
You can give us a credit rating.
I think I've got a bit in credit rate. I did put some in. Got 30%.
There we go.
Nice.
See if you've got any
Spend
got any
rest of my luck.
contacts still in the precinct.
How much luck am I going to spend?
Oh,
Oh, wow! Okay, so I will say.
Say,
So we'll say that you got what, maybe two or three good contacts, or maybe one higher level contact. It's up to you. Maybe the police chief is still begrudgingly got a soft spot for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So if he can find out if it's an active number and where the location is.
Yeah. So yeah, he says he can't promise it'll be it's going to be the top of his priority list, but yeah, he says he offers to put a trace on the number, try and find out where it is.
So if you can phone me back at this pay booth in the next 10 minutes, that'll be great.
It says it might take a bit longer than that.
All right,
maybe
I'll
check
phone
the
back.
number.
Maybe this by the end of the day.
They're at you.
At the end of the adventure, which just
Yeah.
their message. Oh, by
This
the way,
phone's just ringing.
because everything's
Yeah.
on fire.
I'm
just-
dead.
Because they have to ring the number and trace it through the exchange. It's a little slow process.
They're not still doing all that business. That's
They'll be of course they will. Yeah,
That's still all that business going on.
yeah, telephone exchanges. Yeah, like operators. Yeah, patching various calls through. Yeah, of course they got that. That went on for. Oh God, I imagine. I think they were still doing that to some degree when I was. When
I
came
worked,
into
lad.
this.
When
Yeah.
I worked, lad, was it? When
Yeah.
I worked, lad.
Yeah. It's improving. It's improving, although not quite there yet.
Nah, it's getting better, but it's still
Well-
pretty bad. Like.
Jimmy, are you going to phone him?
My secretary already is on that.
Oh,
Because,
so you're not going to phone him?
no, not personally, because
No.
we don't do that sort of thing. That would be
No.
well suspicious.
Oh, yeah, that is true. So I would say what little success we've had at the the record label office. Didn't really find much. Found these tapes. Bit of a dead end, really.
Yeah, I wasted a good luck roll then. A good
Yeah.
check.
Didn't even find any drugs or any money. Rubbish.
What's on the tapes?
It's shit music.
It's not shit music. It's fine. It's just okay. Nothing groundbreaking.
It's Manson's stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
So have you listened to any of his stuff,
Yeah.
James?
You
You said you don't.
no,
like...
he was basically on embargo. You know, nothing of his was to enter through the doors of Monolith Records.
You had him blackballed, eh?
Yeah, that was orders on high, and
Why did they do that? Why?
it was Federico.
Oh right.
Oh, that came directly from.
Oh yeah, directly from the top,
Okay.
on pain of getting kicked out the door. There's nothing
Maybe-
else funny on these, because I wonder if we could take these to the recording studio and have
Manson's
them.
popularity, if any big record label's gonna want to cash in on that, so I feel like there must be some of personal beef between him and Federico then. So maybe he is suspect in a murder then.
It's the only sort of lead we've got, because everyone else is just circumstantial. You know,
Yeah, I feel like there's a personal beef there.
Well, his daughter keeps running off with him, didn't she? So there's going to have something to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
He's
It's obviously
he's
bad
happy.
blood, yeah.
yeah, definitely people that can't leave each other alone. Seems like they can't just exist outside each other's orbits. That never leads to good places. So there's nothing funny in these spools that could be listened. It was just music. That was it. No messages or anything like.
Yeah, it was just just these pretty average acoustic, badly recorded acoustic solo acoustic sets by Charlie Manson.
No, I was going to say if we take them to the studio, get them cleaned up or anything.
I even tried playing them backwards. Nothing.
Well, it's nobody. I imagine but they're back in the shoebox. Nobody said they were bringing them out, so they'll be back in the shoebox in.
You'd have to play them backwards to make them sound any good, man. I've heard Manson's music, it was not good, like.
Oh well. I relay about
Well, the hospital's
obviously
fairly obvious.
encountering Squishy, and before things went wrong last night, that she was there and seemed to know more than what she was letting on. Did anyone else get a beat on her?
So we saw what she looked like and who she is now, and I would recognise her if I saw her again, but didn't see what way she went or anything. But
Yeah, I was
and-
too busy dodging a bullet. I didn't really.
I do know people around here. I could find out maybe where she lives or something like that. A bit of information. Frosty can get that kind of info.
She might be our next lead until we wait for phone calls to come back.
So what was Mr. Dean saying?
He wants to go to the
The
hospital.
hospital seems to be a sensible choice before we start courting almost certain peril.
Talk to this woman, this doctor about the drug.
And look at
And
some
the other
half
doctor.
bodies.
See what he knows.
Sounds like a plan. We'll do that. Split up.
Who wants to come and look at some dead bodies? Half dead bodies.
Well, I'm going to have to go to the hospital anyway because I'm going to speak to the doctor because I'm the drug expert.
It's not going to ask for a sanity roll, is it? Looking at half a dead body.
Nah, I think only if it's fresh. If it's
Good
nice and
eye.
cleaned up on the table, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll all be covered up. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm not interested in going and seeing this body, but I want to talk to Dr. Tarenti about the drug.
Alright, suppose we'll go to the hospital then. Not much else. But...
Okay.
Can I'll check in with the I will check in with the police just to see if there's any updates, if they found anything out, and I'll just say I'm still looking into stuff. I won't mention the shooting or anything.
So you're phoning the back to the station to the precinct before you set off?
Yeah, to that inspector that loves me.
Yeah, the police chief.
Yeah.
Chief. So what are you doing? Using the telephone box at the at Venus Hot Dogs?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay, so yeah, it says yeah, it's it didn't take long. We didn't one of the guys here in the precinct recognized the number. It's a payphone round the back of Venus Hot Dogs.
Okay. Once I've realised that... Oh no, I didn't use the phone, did I? That's not actually what I meant. I didn't mean phone him. I meant...
Oh, sorry. But yeah, they found they found that out pretty much straight away.
Just to see how their inquiries are going on, because I'd give them the information about it might be Manson and the Manson family that were involved in the murder. Have they managed to pick them up, or?
It says at the moment you can't divulge the details because it's an ongoing investigation, as I'm sure you can understand. But at the moment they're not treating it as suspicious at the moment. Or not in the sense that they think he was murdered. Yeah, murdered.
It's definitely suspicious.
There was rather self-inflicted than rather than
All right.
Tasted the rainbow, eh?
Yeah.
So hospital then.
To the hospital we go.
Okay, so if you remember, Mr. Miller, the Mrs. Federigo said that the doctor that she suggested speak to, Dr. Torres, was a family friend as well. So she did say she was putting in a word for you to expect you, that she might expect you paying a visit.
Yeah, this is in regards to the
body.
corpse.
Yeah, the body. Yeah. Okay, so. Is that everybody? Is everybody going to the medical centre then? Or is other people doing other things?
No, I think we're all going to the medical centre.
Yeah.
We've got 2 people to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, we can split up when we get to the hospital.
Radio. Okay, so you head, whether by taxi or other means, you take the short journey through to the Los Angeles Medical Center. By extension, Frosty heads to the DIW, the drug identification ward, which he knows well from surreptitiously sending a few customers that have been worse, that may be a little worse for wear.
I've sent many customers their way, yeah.
So we'll deal with Frosty. Who's going with Frosty? The DIW.
Oh, I'll go with Frosty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go as well. And then
Okay.
the other people get the body. They like that sort of stuff.
Christine and Jimmy.
I like them fresh.
Okay.
So leaving Chris and Hank to chase up the body stuff.
Yeah, if you want to see the body, you need to go with them. I'm going to see the doctor about the drug.
Yeah, I don't need to see no body. I like,
No, okay, cool. I thought you said you wanted to
I
see
like
the
fresh
body. I don't
bleeding.
want to see no body either.
No, heart's pumping.
I thought Jimmy liked dead bodies.
No, where did you get that idea? That's
I just
these
heard things.
rumors get worse and worse.
Slanderous.
Oh dear. Okay. I think we'll
You
shy
that point,
away
alright.
from that topic straight away. So, the DIW is considered a safe space for young people whose lives have been damaged by the drugs circulating in Los Angeles' counterculture scene. Dr. Torres is well known amongst young people and people in the in those social circles as being highly dedicated to helping the patients, and also in tracking down those drugs that she deemed as dangerous and causing problems on the street, particularly those ones that pose a threat to the health of body and mind. So, Frosty, you know that for this reason she regularly exchanges information with the Los Angeles Police Department, but her ward is strictly off limits to the cops. This is a deal that she has with them. She exchanges information, but they stay away.
Like a can't tell them nothing. Like a
Yeah.
like a confidentiality thing. Yeah.
So, of course, you don't know. You don't know. You know her as Dr. Big Heart, as most of the people, the kids, the youth, and the people in the hippie counterculture know her as Dr. Big Heart, and this is Dr. Big Heart, or otherwise known as Olivia Torres.
Hello.
So she's in the late 20s of Mexican descent.
Frosty likey.
And when you arrive at the ward, she's you spot her briefly, but she's clearly very busy, like rushing around, consulting with other nurses on the ward. They're limited. So it's like almost, it's not in a basement, but it's at one. It's like I say, it's located at the back of the hospital, out of sight, out of mind. And she's working with limited resources and limited staff. It's like a hospital ward on its own, because it's sort of isolated. It's not connected. There's no direct public connection to the rest of the hospital.
Yeah.
But obviously the staff can access.
Imagine their funding comes through charity work and things and donations and.
Well, yeah. There is some funding comes from the hospital, it's kept.
I just have a thought while I'm looking around here. It's like I could do some charity work. Hospitals with vulnerable people, I could be helpful. I might volunteer my services, and do a bit of fundraising.
So
Now that I've seen what
Pick up my
Dr.
heart.
Torres looks like, I might as well.
So, walking through the door into the drug identification ward, you were struck by two things. First, by the low lighting, gentle music, and quiet, which is quite unusual for a hospital, particularly the LA Medical Center, which is the busiest hospital in LA. Second, by the half a dozen people sitting and slouching in chairs and beanbags, some rocking gently, some muttering to themselves. Only one of them looks up as you enter, a boy no more than 13 or 14, his eyes heavily lidded, a dark bruise on his left cheek. At the far end
Dear
of...
boy, what happened to you there? I go straight over to.
Stay back!
I grab a hold of him like, come on now, we don't have time for this.
We're going to get a strike on this, I'm sure. At the far end of the room, a nurse sits behind...
We boys been hurt.
At the far end of the room, a nurse sits behind a desk, stacked with documents, talking on the phone. Behind her, you see a door and a wooden rack of pamphlets. As you step forward to introduce yourself, the door opens and another person enters. An olive-skinned woman with shoulder-length black hair, a large wooden peace pendant, and spotless white lab coat with a stethoscope hanging out of its pocket. And this, Frosty, you recognise is Dr. Olivia Torres, or as you know her, Dr. Big Heart. So she kind of glances over, but she doesn't like sort of offer any greeting or sign of recognition. She just
Not even like a little eyebrow raise when I catch her.
no.
When we catch eyes together, no? Okay.
No.
Obviously, it's because she doesn't want the kid on. She's kidding on, she doesn't know me, because in this place's eyes, I'm a bad guy. I send them a lot of patience. So she's not letting on that she knows me. Okay.
So
That's who we need to speak to, gents. That's her over there, Dr. Big Heart. She's the one who looks after all these poor people. We need to try and speak to her. I'll try and get her attention subtly. Like when she walks past again, I'll just be more obvious about catching her glance and see if she's going to acknowledge it this time.
okay, so you're just gonna like try and with your sheer power of personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us a power roll then.
Oh, come on. Oh, my power stinks.
Yeah, she kind of she just she looks at you and says, just take a seat over there. If you want if there's a clipboard on the table, just fill out the form on the clipboard so we can determine what you've taken.
Thank you. So I'll grab the clipboard and we're going to write Big Heart. Torres, please, I really need some time to talk to you about this Cthulhu purple. It's been a big problem on the streets and it's killing people, and we need to have a chat with you. Can I get 5 minutes of your time? And I'll just write that on the back of the form.
Okay. So what is the rest? What's Mr. Scarville and Mr. Dean doing?
Well, I was gonna comfort that little boy who seems to have been hurt very badly.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Just my heart, leapt to seeing him.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to get Phil cancelled, you mean? Me too.
Radio. Okay, so you're heading over. And what about Mr. Dean?
I'm just going to stick with Frosty because I know which side my bread is buttered.
Yeah.
Okay. So so Mr. Scarville, you go over and sort of sit yourself down on a beanbag at the side of this young teenage boy, and you kind of looking down to the floor bridge, like you can see him peering up through his through his eyelids, kind of thing, looking up at you.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh dear, you've been through the wars, haven't you? Is that an accident or did something bad happen?
You can make I think you make a persuade roll first. Not at the charming stage yet, I don't think.
Ah, do have persuade. Doink.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
Good at what I do. What can I say?
I mean, he was quite persuasive.
Why is everybody passing rolls apart from me?
Full wishes I wasn't.
You're trying to suck.
Oh dear. Okay, so he says it's kind of my pa did this.
Oh, it's terrible. Are they helping you here?
See,
Some people call me their Uncle Jimmy,
Fuck's sake. Stop
I'm James.
moving the children!
okay.
Won't anyone
Uncle
think
Jimmy
of the
doesn't like it
children?
when people get hurt.
Hello, strange child. Some
Oh.
people call me Uncle Jimmy.
Oh my god.
What is going on here?
The 60s, it's okay.
Rip Phil's channel, we're going down.
Oh my God.
We're going down.
That's
It says yeah,
terrible.
Really good run.
So he found my stash, man. He found my stash, man. Threw me out.
Oh dear, is somebody helping you find somewhere to live? Dr. Bigheart?
And I'll look over at the conversation with like, and have you sorted out a new person to get a new stash from yet? We need to restuff that stash, I guess.
Move him off. This is serious. The young lad needs help. Maybe I need to set up somewhere for young fellas to stay.
This is Miss Bigheart. She's putting me in touch with some people at some kind of shelter.
Right. Well, I'll speak to her, see if I can get you somewhere nice. Because that's those places can be dangerous. Don't worry, Uncle Jimmy will look after you. No need for you to be worried.
Oh my God.
I'm literally writing Jimmy is grooming a child in my notes.
Oh, don't say that.
That's all innocent. What are you on about, you disgusting person?
Yeah.
Hello,
You
Twitch.
lined up.
Are we still live? Are we being cut? Oh dear me.
Nah, we're not big
Technical
enough for
difficulties.
this
Oh dear me.
All right. I'll reassure him and I'll give him. I got the chocolate bars from Sweeties in my pocket, so I'll give him some of those.
Okay.
I'll speak to them.
Right. Okay. So
Set up.
let's cut to some.
Got these poor unfortunate
I
souls.
can't post on Twitch for some bloody reason. It's not letting me connect.
We've been banned.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna. I think we'll cut to Mr. Miller and Mr. Dean. Was it no Mr. Miller and Mr. Samsonite? Was it? Who were going to see the see the body? Yes, it was. Wasn't it? So
Yeah.
So entering through the main entrance rather than the I'm gonna say
Rear
back door again.
entrance.
Yeah, the rear entrance. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you know when you find the level.
Yeah, I think we've gone below that, Dave. I think we found it and plumbed it to greater depths.
We're gonna go and look at two stiffs in the rear end.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ! All right, okay. So
2 nights in a row.
sorry, Andy. I do apologise. Right, so you make it known who you are and who you've come to see. You come to see to view Mr. Federigo's body. You have and it's confirmed that you've been given. Mrs. Federigo has rung through and given you permission to. She's like given permission for that to take place. So, while you don't actually see the body, you do get to speak to the coroner, who's been doing the autopsy.
Yeah. So how did they die, Doc?
Says, well, from what we can. We're still conducting some tests, but from what we can discern, it appears to be some new kind of drug or chemical that an overdose of some new drug or chemical. This appears to break down these cells in the body, and it has particular reaction to certain chemicals.
And when the body appears to become saturated with this new drug, although we've not been able to determine its medical makeup, there's some unidentified chemical compounds. Some of them mineral in nature.
So it's a drug that they've taken that's caused.
Oh yes, it's definitely we
not
found.
External. It's
No. It's we found traces of it in the stomach and in the blood. It was quickly absorbed. There was a cocktail of various drugs, but this one in particular appears to be the problem. As I say, it seems to have been altering the makeup of Mr. Federigo's cells in his body. But the strange thing, the thing that led to this rather gruesome and cataclysmic breakdown of his body appears to be an extreme allergic reaction that his altered body cells and body chemistry has had to the water in the hot tub. Through some tests, some initial tests I've been conducting, appears to be chlorinated water causes this substance to break down, to dissolve at a rather almost explosive rate.
So if they hadn't been in chlorinated water, this wouldn't have happened.
I can't guarantee that, but it's certainly exposure to this immersion in the water in the hot tub seems to have been the catalyst. Yes, for certain.
Accelerated it all.
Indeed. It may be that the ingestion of such large amounts of this unknown compound would have had the same results eventually, but in this case, yes, exposure to this chlorinated water accelerated the process 100-fold.
There was a third party in the was it a hot tub? In the hot tub?
Yes, the young lady. Yes.
A third. There was a man who ran off.
Oh, I see.
I presume he didn't take the drugs.
Well, that I couldn't answer, as I have no samples or body to conduct tests. But the young lady, she too was her blood. There was no traces of the substance found in her stomach, so she didn't appear to have recently consumed any of this substance.
Do we know who she is? Has anybody come forward?
We've not been able to identify her as yet. No. The police have taken photos. I imagine they'll be searching through missing person records.
No identifying features apart from having no legs.
No. No. But yes, as I say, the curious thing with the young lady, though, is as I say, she had no. Although she's there was traces of various narcotics in her stomach and in her blood. There was no sign of her having recently ingested this unidentified substance, as there was with Mr. Federigo, which leads me to believe
maybe she didn't swallow.
Wow. Which leads me to believe that that the substance stays within the bloodstream for prolonged periods, if not permanently. It certainly seems to have a longer duration, duration of effect and lifespan than any other narcotic I've come across. As I say, it seems to, its existence in the body seems to alter the cell structure.
And you've never seen anything like
I've never seen anything like this. No. Well, as I say, as yet we've been. It's still early days, but as yet we've been unable to identify the nature of the substance at all. Other than there seems to be, it's organic, but there also seems to be some evidence of it being mineral in nature, or some component of it at least.
I can't remember. I think I was cleaning food off me because somebody had walked into me and called me a pig. But I'll say this to Hank. Does Hank know who the girl was? Was she part of the family, or was it just the guy that we think is part of the family that ran off?
So Hank, you can give us an intelligence roll. You were probably more active in the party than Miller was.
We don't think she was trying to give the drug to to Rory, the mouth. And that's why she didn't swallow. She just maybe had it on her tongue. No sign of it at all.
No, not in the body at all.
No,
well, there were signs of it in the body, but it was in a bloodstream, and there were signs of it into like it was in a blood. It's like
she'd not ingested.
No, there was no sign of her recently ingesting any of it. But yeah,
maybe she was part of the family, but she didn't understand what it would do to her.
But yeah, so beyond that is fine. Is sort of results are inconclusive. There's still lots of tests. It's sent some samples away because it's just been completely his attempts to identify this some substance have just hit a brick wall.
So
we need a biochemist.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else.
Where could we get a chemist from?
A pharmacy. So we don't really want to look at the bodies, do we, Hank?
Will it get us anywhere?
It would lose you some sanity, but no, I think that's done.
Forgot I was muted. You might as well. You're there anyway. Go on, have a wee look.
Yeah.
It's only a dead
Let's have a
body.
little peek.
So the coroner's not you're in his office, you're not in the morgue, and it's not sort of readily offering you access to the bodies.
Maybe Jimmy can go in morgue.
I'm not experienced in that field. I can try, but I won't be able to tell you.
But you could volunteer. Like get a second job.
Well, I'm planning to start up a charity. Now that I've been here, I've been inspired.
Right, I think we're done then. I don't.
Okay.
Do
So
you think of anything else? I don't really think. No.
okay. So you're gonna wait outside for the others, or you're gonna join them down in the DWI or DIW.
We'll go looking for him.
Okay.
I mean, what could you're on about like getting a chemist to look at it? They're not going to give Frosty access, are they? You'd have to break in, and but I don't see what that's going to do for you.
Doesn't Frosty have a legit job though?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm working out in the lab.
He does have it. He works in a.
Yeah, that's how
Robert
I get.
needs a sample.
I have got a legit job in a lab. Like we have got access to laboratory testing for drugs.
I'm just putting it out there, but this dodgy acid is made in a laboratory. Maybe Frosty is the evil mastermind behind it all.
No, this isn't my stuff, sweetie. 100%. I guarantee you, this is not my stuff.
What's the point of customers if they don't come back?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't. If I ended up with some stuff like that, I would just get flushed down the toilet. I wouldn't put something like that on the streets of LA to my customers, sweetie. No way. No, this has nothing to do with me. This stuff. Killing my customers. I'm down customers because of this drug. It's an epidemic. It's killing people all over the streets of LA. Lots of my customers have been lost to this filth. I want it off the street as soon as possible. Sample of it would be very nice though, to be able to reverse engineer it and see what it's made of and see why it's dissolving people when it's mixed with chlorinated water.
We haven't spoken to the good doctor yet. We muted Phil.
Yeah, she's not actually spoke to me yet.
So, talking of which, at this point, Dr. Torres, Dr. Big Heart, she comes over, and she got this sort of kind of stern, annoyed look on her face. She says, "Don't you be bringing your filth in here, Frosty."
Listen, it's not that kind of it's not that kind of business call, Dr. Big Heart. Look, there's a dirty.
I'm about up to here with you, with dealing with your cast-offs.
Listen, there's a dirty, nasty, horrible drug out there in the street, and it's killing people. And even I want it wiped out and off the street. And I think we want to reverse engineer it to find out what it is, and where it's came from, and why it's so dangerous. But in order to do so, I need to get a hold of a sample of it. So, do you think that you could maybe, from one of your patients here, when you're taking or when you're confiscating their stuff, if you've got any of this certain thing in your confiscations bag, do you think I could get a sample so that I can take it back to my lab, do some reverse engineering, find out where it came from, and put an end to it? I'm trying to get this stuff off the streets. I'm trying to help us all here. I've turned a new leaf. I'm a different man. I'm all about my day job now as a laboratory technician. I've given up the drug selling life, I promise, and I'm trying to help people now. And this is the first step, is getting this blue purple off the streets.
Right, she can do. So the look on her face changes. Says, "What do you know about this?"
It's killing people. The people that I know, you know where I've been and what I've been doing, Big Heart. You know where I am in life, and it's been killing people all around me, my friends, my customers, my clients, and I've had enough. It needs to end. Too many people are dying.
She says, "Look, Frosty. This isn't your El Buelo's LSD, you know."
I know, and we need to know where it came from to be able to. If I can get a sample of it, and if I can reverse engineer it and look.
Don't you think I've already done that? Don't you think I've already done that?
Kind of interject. I go, my good doctor, I know you're stressed and under pressure. I think I can explain what turned our young friends' mind about. Last night, we saw something horrendous. I mean, off the charts. Never experienced before in my life. This is not a good thing. We've come to believe that this is being put out maliciously, and that's not. Nobody enjoys that. That's not good.
And you know that in my walk of life, I know where all the things come from and the sources and the lines, and I can trace it back and find out where it came from and really put an end to it. I can use my underground connections to get an end to this horrible epidemic of a drug.
Well, if you can do that, maybe it'll make up for the fucked up piece of fucked up work you send in here every.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Dr. Big Heart. I'm trying to make amends. I'm trying to put right all the wrongs I've done. I've seen the light, and I've turned around my life, and this is the first step, is to give back and to save some lives.
Okay, she gets up and kind of motions for you all to follow her.
Let's go. Didn't even have to roll. I was so good.
In the back of the head.
So she, like I said, it's quite a small ward, but she sort of takes you down, leads you down on the down the corridor where the private beds, where the beds are situated, like this small, a series of private rooms with a single bed in each room. It says, we've run an analysis of this drug, this Cthulhu Purple, these blotter tabs that we've managed to pick up. And I've no idea what it is. There's no known chemical or organic compound that we can identify. But it seems to be almost mineral, or organic, organic matter as well. In fact, more like lichen or coral.
So if anyone can work out where that came from, what backwards part of the world, what tribes cultivating this mad thing, it's Frosty. Help me help you, Dr. Big Heart. Help me help you help these people. Let me get a sample.
Well, I can tell you what to look for. So there's a sample I won't give you, Frosty. I hope you are being sincere, but you don't believe for a moment that I'm going to hand over a sample of this to you. And anyway, if you were that serious, if you really wanted it, you could get it off the street.
I can, but I know that you've got a pure sample here, and I don't want to get any.
And I'm not going to give it to you, Frosty. There's no way in hell I'm giving it to you.
This is to save some lives. We're gonna undo all the wrongs I've done in the past. We're gonna save lives of so many people. If I can just trace it back and I'll find out where it came
Can I
from.
try and charm her?
And I'll try to do that here. Shut up.
Well,
And-
you're not doing
All
a
of a
good job
sudden,
of
the
it.
door gets kicked open and the shotgun appears. The sledgehammer as a racket.
I can use my past and my connections and the people I know to trace it back to the source, and I can get it really taken off the streets. I can. I have the connections and the underground that the police don't have. I can really get this removed from the streets. Tried hard, like.
You can make a charm or a persuade roll. It's up to you.
Well, but fast talk, I'm pretty sure it's a lot better. Like,
No, not fast talk.
fair enough. Let me see. Charm is 20. What was the other one? Persuade.
Yeah.
That's only 10.
Charm or persuade. Charm or persuade. It's up to you.
Okay, let's go for charm.
So that's
Look at
I think you're right.
How much luck have I got? 50. Okay, it's to one shot at the end of the day. Let's do it.
okay. Right. Wow. So
let's hope it's worth it.
Let me get that sample.
And you can always just neck it and see what happens anyway. So
I don't plan on doing that.
So it says, "I'm sorry, Frost, but there's no way I'm giving you a sample of that Cthulhu purple. If you want to help, then do it. Use your contacts. Find out where it's coming from. Find out who's producing it."
Am I in her office?
No, she says she kind of leads you. She says, "If you want to." Come over here. I'll show you one of the patients.
Okay.
So she leads you. She leads you into one of the two. So there's like four. There's 4 private rooms. 2 out of the 4 are occupied. And she leads you into this room where one of the patients is located, and you see this ruggedly handsome white male in his early 40s. He's quite well built. Even he is attractive even in his hospital gown. And this
hello.
this is what it looks like. Where is he? He is. Here he is. We apologise to the person seen in this picture.
oh, it's him again.
Big up budget Brad Pitt almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says the police brought this guy and they found him wandering naked on the streets.
I wouldn't have minded being that officer that night.
You know, we have no idea of his identity. It was like he wasn't carrying any identification papers. He was almost naked. He was picked up on the state route 118.
Okay.
And
his route that the ranch is on.
We found heavy traces of Cthulhu purple in his system.
Right. Real quickly, mid-conversation, looking around the room, is there any samples or any files of it around the room?
No, but there is something that immediately catches your eye before you even think to look for anything like that. So he's not in his bed. He's stood on against one wall, where he's obsessively drawing on the wall with like pencils. He's constantly like one pencil he draws with it to the extent that either the lead breaks or he wears it down, and he picks up another. Says we gave him this. It was the only thing we could do to keep him calm.
Is anybody with Frosty?
No,
What's he drawing?
just the doctor. So
What's he drawing?
So looking close, you can see that his drawing is quite talented. Whoever he is, he's quite talented, and he's drawing quite a rather elaborate, rather elaborate drawing of an old western town. So the details, like I say, he's really obviously really talented. The details are quite remarkable. Like a saloon, a horse stable, trading post, a hotel, people, even the black people. Like strolling around, like groups of people strolling around, chatting. But the thing that catches your eye the most is what looms above it all. The part that this is currently feverishly working on. This dark, swirling cloud of eyes that sits above this Wild West town.
Big, massive, swirling eyes right across the top of the town. Okay, lovely. What a nice image. What a talented boy we have here. What a pretty talented boy. But that's a strange looking picture he's done there. Does he respond if I speak to him? If I say, "Well, hello, handsome"?
He doesn't. Not in the slightest. Doesn't stop. Doesn't flinch. Doesn't note. As if he doesn't. Is totally oblivious to your presence.
Is he non-responsive to everybody, Doc?
This is, as I say, he was quite almost catatonic. Between bouts of being catatonic and being quite manic. And this is the only thing when we managed to get hold of a pen. At first, we thought he was going to attack a member of staff with it, but he set about these drawings. It's the only, as I say, it's the only thing we've found that calms his mood.
He's quite talented, but it's a very dark image. I assume it's the drugs that's done that to him.
Very insightful of you, Frosty. Very insightful of you, really indeed. Well done.
Listen, you must believe me. I'm doing everything I can to get this off the street. I've got my friends helping me and everything. I really am a new man. Big heart. You must believe me. A pure sample of this drug, and I can find out the trait. I can use my underground connections to find the source of it, and I can get it off the streets.
You can make a psychology roll.
Trust me, Doctor. No, I can't.
Right, so at this point, Mr. Miller and Mr. Samsonite, you wander around to the DIW and find Chris Dean and James Scarville sort of sat or stood around in near the nurses' station, the reception kind of nurses' station reception area of the ward. Like I say, it's quite a small ward, and you suddenly hear a muffled shout. So, Frosty, you hear this as well. A muffled shout, a crash, and a bone-rattling thud.
from down the hallway, or to the what sounds like in the next room on to you, Frosty.
Oh, I'm going to run towards that. That doesn't sound good. Somebody's hurt. Somebody's fell over or something. Seriously,
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
make
as you rush as you head towards the door with Dr. Big Heart in tow, more shouts follow, and as you reach the door to the next room on bursts open. Two orderlies, one with a bloody nose and a fresh bruise on his forehead, wrestling a shrieking horror of a man. His naked chest and arms an unrecognisable mass of pustules, some as large as a softball, all glistening like a rainbow on an oil-slick puddle. He shrieks, "Helter Skelter! Helter Skelter!" And you can all make a luck roll.
We all run.
120 luck, nice
Mate, you're
one.
glad you spent all that luck.
Yeah, great one. You always get luck roll after you spend loads of luck with Phil. He does it deliberately, man.
Everybody can make a luck roll. So we've got one fail so far.
Ooh,
two fails.
Sneaked it.
Just in there, Christine.
Okay. So he bursts, like I say, charges out of the room and charges straight at Frosty.
Oh no.
And and tries to grab hold of you, like sweaty. His hands are all slimy and sweaty. He tries to grab hold of you, shrieking into your face, "The radical oneness!"
Well, I'm a lover, not a fighter, so I'll attempt to dodge that if I can.
"I've transcended the boundaries of space and time. The energy flows through me like a river, man. I've touched the cosmic energy source.
Okay, chill out, man. Relax, man. Be cool, man.
It's like a cosmic journey, man. I'm riding the waves of fucking
Yeah, bro, yeah.
And as he's like shouting and screaming, like spittle is coming out of his mouth, and it's all like thick rainbow-coloured spittle that's flying out of his mouth and all like into your face. And
Taste the rainbow.
you can make a sanity roll. In fact, everybody can make a sanity roll. The one who's
Oh, my sanity's low, man.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
mine's
That's a
not.
big fail.
Well, it's-
Oh wow.
A sanity
Another
roll
fail.
for multicoloured spittle.
Yeah, baby.
This guy's tasting the rainbow. He's
Oh. Okay, so if you passed, you lose 1 point of sanity and sort of recoil, like sort of gagging at the sight, and there's like this acidic, the foul, sweet acidic smell that seems to come off him. And as he grabs you, Frosty, like these, and pulls you in against him, you can feel these pustules popping and bursting against you, and this fluid. You can feel the stickiness of this like fluid running down your chest, and this spittle all across you, hitting your face. You lose 1d6 points of sanity.
These are not the kind of fluids I
that's
want
rude.
splashing in my face and chest.
Mr. Chris Dean, you lose 1d4 points of sanity.
Hey!
Ooh.
What did you say? 1d6 or 1d6 plus 1?
1d6.
Nice, sweet. That's only one for me, sweetie. I've been splashed like that
And
before.
2 for Chris Dean. So yeah, as you try and fight him off, Dr. Torres suddenly appears with the two orderlies, and they grab hold of him as Dr. Torres sinks a hypodermic deep into his neck, and his eyes roll back into his head, and he collapses to the floor. Right, Torres. So as the orderlies drag him away, Torres like starts tearing your clothes off.
Whoa!
Torres starts tearing my clothes off.
Yes, just take them off. Take them off. Anything that's covered and that's was touched
what
or
are you?
spattered, remove it now.
I thought you'd never ask, Big Heart. Let's go.
And she shouts, "Nurse, I want some alcohol."
Oh, no, it really is a party. That's
will.
it, Big Heart. That's the spirit. I didn't even think we had time, but let's go.
Okay, and she, as you like pull, to take your clothes, the nurse comes rushing over, and Torres just like
drenches you in this medical alcohol that burns your skin, the fumes from it make your eyes water and your nose burning your nostrils.
Boner instantly disappears.
So once she's like drenched you from head to toe in this alcohol, 100% alcohol. Like I say, it's like dry. You can feel it burning and drying out your skin. A nurse comes rushing over and Torres, without even asking, she just grabs your nose and forces the contents of this glass into your mouth and down your throat, and you gag and choke as you swallow.
No gag reflex. Really.
As you
doesn't even touch your sides.
As she pours this diluted chlorine solution into your mouth.
I trust that she needs to do this and resist the urge to spit then.
Is that a problem for you?
Not at all.
Okay, so when she tips it down, she just rinse your mouth and spit it out.
I've already swallowed it, sorry.
No, it's another one. So bring another one. She gives it to you.
Spits that one out.
Right, and another nurse carefully comes over with protective gloves and the bag your clothes up. They give you some clothes from the lost property. So you get an ill-fitting set of tracksuit bottoms and an old coffee stained T-shirt.
Great, I'm dressed like Hank. Hank, is this how you do your clothes shopping?
What are you trying to say, man?
Nothing, I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
Right,
That's
she
the waist opens it up to the stomach.
So she takes you into as one of the nurses leads you off into one of the quiet recovery areas off the ward. So again, you've got subdued lighting and there's some chill quiet music playing and comfy chairs and bean bags. So you're the only one in there at first, and then your friends, your companions are sent in to join you. So the 5 of you are in this quiet room.
Well, that was a bit intense.
Yep. And I'm wearing some second-hand clothes and having a very awkward boner. Well. Yeah, so I got covered in some disgusting stuff from that guy, and Dr. Big Heart gave me a cold shower with some alcohol. This is some serious stuff that we're messing with, this purple Cthulhu drug. It's more than just the acid, it's something really scary. Imagine a lot of people were on this at the same time. It could cause big problems. We didn't need to get the I'm serious. When I was saying to Dr. Big Heart, I want to cut the supply of this off completely. I want to use my connections to get rid of this drug off the street. I think it's a bad news thing. I'm serious.
So, did you get to talk to her before that freak attacked you?
I did get to speak to her. Yeah, she won't give me a sample, but I can get one on the street. But yeah, says it's not patient. So we saw this guy. This was a patient of the drug. So we saw him. We saw another one, and the man was just crazy. There was no response from him. He was catatonic, but he's standing there and he's drawing this really intricate drawing on a picture on the wall, and it's this beautiful scene, but it's got this really dark, scary imagery above it of this horrible, formless mass of eyes and tentacles of the whole place, and it's getting in people's brains as well as messing up their bodies. This drug's really dangerous.
So who's he then? When did he?
Do you remember our friend from last night who jumped out of the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, is it him?
No, it's not him. No,
No.
no,
No, have you not seen him?
no.
I thought it was him.
It is him. That is the picture. That's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, you have to. So.
Is it actual Brad Pitt? Yeah.
No, no.
No, we did see the
No,
picture
no, it's
before.
Budget Brad Pitt.
Temu Brad Pitt.
Yeah, so
He was the guy that jumped out of the pool.
No, it wasn't the guy who jumped out of the pool. I believe it was Chris. It was I think it was Chris Dean. Yeah, it was Chris Dean who saw him. He was being
Jumped up.
yeah. When he first arrived outside, he was like being bundled. He was being bundled into a blue van, a battered blue van, transit van.
Oh, I knew I'd seen him, or it popped up.
Yeah. I was going to say, I knew he'd been around somewhere.
Sorry, my mistake.
So does that mean he's
You
one of the family?
can't
Then?
get a face for radio like that.
This blue van gets around, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It seems to be connected to a lot
It's
of bad
normally where
things.
there's a sign
Yeah.
of trouble.
So why were they bundling him in the back of the van? So how did he get to the hospital then?
They picked him up off Highway 118, Route 118.
Yeah, he was just wandering down the road.
Same place where same route where the ranch is. The supposed acid test party.
All right, that's good enough for me. That's a link, proper link to the ranch then, isn't it? Blue van.
I'm worried about a lot of people taking acid at that party. Imagine if there's a swimming pool. I assume the other guys shared the information about the water with us.
That's something I don't
To be fair, it
understand.
doesn't look like it's particularly good for you anyway.
No, it's really bad for you either way. But if it gets mixed with chlorinated water, it's explosive.
So why did you put chlorinated water down your throat?
Or she was trying to murder me.
Or is it externally
Could be.
it's bad for you?
Yeah, when it mixes with the skin, I don't know, because it was
Diluted internally, but I don't get that.
So unbeknownst to you, Dr. Torres has appeared at the door. She says it kills. It's the one thing we found that kills the infection. It kills the drug.
Oh, so that's
So
why
that
they
means-
dissolved it, was killing the infection.
Yeah, that's why. Somebody was full of the drug when their body came in so much contact with so much chlorine.
Yeah.
It attacked the drug from the outside and caused the skin to explode. That's a chemical reaction of it. So the chlorine actually kills
Right, okay.
the drug cells, but it's just because that person's body was so full of drug cells, it's just exploded their body. There you go. That was the chemist in me told you that, I guess.
So she closes the door and just kind of rests against it and sort of sighs, her shoulders sags, and then she straightens up again, composes herself, and so, what is it you all know about this?
Can I make a chemistry roll, Phil, to see if I can comprehend how that would work? The physical reaction of the chemicals, if that would be a possibility, that it's reacting from the outside with the drug in the body to cause the explosion. That's the idea I've just come up with. Can I roll on something that sees
Yeah,
that?
I guess you can roll a chemistry
Check
roll,
out.
yeah.
Good, because I've got 75 in it. Watch me fail. Oh, there we go.
Right.
Starts a chain of thought.
So, you obviously don't know without actual being able to like conduct tests and being examined. We conduct some lab tests and with samples and things. But you assume that it's acting like a disinfectant would on a germ or a virus. It's causing to like break it down to kill it. But at the same time, it seems from what she's saying, it seems to be like almost as if this thing's having an allergic reaction, which would suggest that it's something more than just a chemical. That it's like some
Biochemical?
yeah, possibly some organic thing.
Yeah, like made of a certain animal or an insect or
Something. Well, she did say it's almost, from the tests that they've conducted, it's almost like a lichen or coral, which is an animal.
Yeah.
in a really weird sense of the word. Yeah.
Is this like a modern version of tapeworm eggs?
Of what, sorry?
Tapeworm eggs. Remember they used to do in Victorian times for weight loss? Actually, tapeworm eggs they took.
Anyway, I think I'm going to have to try and get a sample of this to my lab.
So she says. Like I said, she says. So what? So what do you know about it? What do you all know about it? You seem. I get the impression you know there's something you know that I don't.
Well, we know that there's a certain group of people that looking like are behind us, not for recreational purposes, shall we say. Seems to be a bit of a nefarious reason for putting this drug around. We just don't know why or what their end goal is. That's what we're trying to determine and get to the bottom, actually where to find them.
Does the doctor know about the dead bodies? What I've just paid a visit to with Hank, Federigo, and the girl.
Yeah. So she knows about. She was like.
She had anything to do?
Consulted with the coroner on the autopsy and because of the links with the chemical. Although she hasn't the drug. Although she hasn't. She says she hasn't. Passed on that link. She suspects the link, but she's not been able to confirm it, so she's not passed on her suspicions yet.
You might want to do that. It's definitely a link.
So you can all make it. Well, apart from Frost because he failed it, but the rest of you can make a psychology roll.
Oh, this will be fun.
I've got some of that. Got some of that.
Oh. I actually got some of that.
I should not have passed that.
But not today.
Oh!
Oh wow!
You see,
From one extreme to another.
when I was on TV that time, I played an amateur psychologist, and I really got into the whole.
Do you know when you're
Like
interviewing
method
people,
acting.
you just you got to get to know them. You got to have
Yeah.
that instinct.
Okay, so right, we've both got a extra hard success. Well done. Excuse me. So, Mr. Dean and Mr. Scarville, you can tell that Miss Torres is troubled by something. There's something troubling. Something that she's perhaps something she's holding back that she's not being completely honest about.
I'll say there. My good doctor, I know you're under immense amounts of pressure, and I plan to help you with that actually in any way I can. But like you're saying, for us to be honest with you, you need to be honest with us as well. It's the only way we can help each other here. This is bigger than us all.
So she's quiet for a moment. Says there's somebody I know who might know more about what's happening. Dr. Jonas, Casper. Some of you might have heard of him. Frosty, you might have heard of him. You might have heard of him in the
Rings a bell.
Doctor. Some people might know him as Dr. Starfinder.
And you can make I think you can all make an ID roll. Certainly Mr. Miller can.
It's intelligence.
It is indeed.
Well, Frosty's smart as fuck, so watch out, baby. Here I come.
Oh my god.
Hank is not
messed that
smart.
Right up.
Okay, so if nobody else, because I'm not sure who saw it, but
Oops.
Mr. Miller, you recognise the name because the name was one of the names on the flyer for the Acid Test Music Festival. Dr. Starfinder.
Is he a real doctor?
So yes,
Wait, a name
apparently.
like that.
So his real name is Dr. Jonas Casper. So she says, I believe Jonas might know more about what's happening, but
What's the Starfinder bollocks?
it's
He's
a
some picky twat, isn't
it's a pseudonym he uses. One of his hobbies is music production, and he often in his spare time he runs sound sets.
Alright.
I would have come across them, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. They quite possibly, yeah. Well, you made the intelligence roll, so yeah, you've heard of Dr. Starfinder. He's quite renowned for his like sets, like he kind of he does the sound desks for various gigs.
And he's got time to be doing that when he's a doctor?
He says, well, he dropped out. He was quite a promising doctor. We were research partners at Miskatonic University Hospital.
Never heard of it.
It's here in LA. It's a smaller research hospital. We were employed on a government-funded study of LSD and its effects on memory. So I dealt with the more hands-on elements, and Jonas, he handled the chemistry.
So, what do you know? Are you still in touch? Do you know where he lives?
Casper and I, we were engaged.
That's nice.
But when he decided to leave medicine to spread the word, the gospel, as he put it, of psychedelics, that was a bridge too far for me. That was too much. And although I understand his beliefs, I couldn't condone not the damage I see, not after all the damage I've seen done to people's lives. And I've come across his work. And in his favour, the LSD manufacturers rarely appears on the charts of my patients. But I'm concerned. I'm concerned for him and for his safety.
Well, we're not going to hurt him.
No, you don't understand. I believe he may be. Jonas is a genius. I have concerns that he may be involved with this substance, or certainly know something about its production. But I believe he's got caught up with the Hell Riders.
The Hell Riders?
A biker gang.
A biker gang.
Sounds like one.
Are quite Frosty, you'll have heard of the Hell Riders. They're quite they have quite a stranglehold on the drug trading in LA.
They don't happen to frequent Venus Venus hot dogs today.
Venus hot dogs.
No, they're not that I'm aware of, but I can't say I frequently place myself. But no, none of you have ever. So you're all quite familiar with Venus hot dogs. None of you have ever seen. There's been seen bikers, but never yet. Nobody's ever seen any any of the Hell Riders there.
Imagine they'd be shoot away. That'd be a bridge too far, especially the clientele that turn up.
Just perhaps if you can give me a word, that you'll make sure he's safe and be discreet. I can tell you where to find him.
Absolutely.
Question's not middle name, sweetie.
Okay, she takes a pen from her pocket and goes to start to write the address down, and she pauses, seems to have second thoughts for a moment, and then again she gives a sigh and writes it down, and then holds out this folded piece of paper.
I'll snatch it off her then. What else says?
These Hell Riders, will I have heard of them working bars?
Oh God, yeah, the Hell Riders. I mean, they're not their only biker gang in LA, but they're probably the most infamous. They're like incredibly aggressive, heavily involved in the drug trade. They're not above nothing. They're not above doing anything. They're like, there's plenty of murders that are being attributed to them.
Serious stuff, the biker gangs in California in the 60s, like.
But yeah, they're not they're not to be messed with, not to be tangled with at all. Certainly very, particularly the biker gangs in particular, but particularly the Hell Raiders are infamous.
Well, I was just saying to the doctor, talking of discretion, I can see you're stretched thin. Let me do what I can to help. Maybe some donations coming away to this whole hospital facility. The radio station, I'm sure, can set up a regular fund. And if you want to show Gates of work, but obviously keep the patients private, we'll do what we can to help.
Could do like a charity fund run or something.
I was thinking about bed push. That'll fix it for them, won't it?
God. And here we descend again.
Get Picasso out. Get Picasso here out
I
in the
was
street.
being genuine there, you bastards. That's terrible. This has touched my heart. This is all this misery. There's no need. Uncle Jimmy will fix it. Don't worry.
Okay, let's quickly move on.
Anyway.
Well, I need to
then.
check in with the secretary anyway to see if we've had any word back from Charlie Boy, and I'll mention about getting the ball rolling in this.
Okay, so yeah, you can maybe make use of a payphone in the hospital, but no, they've not had any luck in contacting him at all as yet. So they did try ringing one of the numbers that had been left, but all they got was somebody at a hot dog stand.
Oh, right.
Obviously.
Was that the only number?
That's the only number they've got at the moment. Yeah, they've got other sort of avenues to pursue, like people who might know people, but yeah, that's the only contact a telephone number they had.
The one I give the Chris?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's a mystery solved. Bugger, right.
They obviously, that's one of their stomping grounds, isn't it? It's where they do a lot of the dealings, and they use that telephone. So, what's everybody reckon? Go and see this doctor?
I think we'll go see the good doctor.
Yeah, I think we have to try and track him down.
Yeah, I've heard about this guy. Like,
I have a funny feeling he might have already been in the back of a blue van. If he's not with the biker gang. Unless he's in a bunker chained to in a cage with a rail, like Breaking Bad style. Jesse Pinkman, if you remember that scene.
Yeah.
So, we definitely have a link to the ranch, don't we? With the guy in the who's been drawing the pictures. He drew a picture of a ranch, didn't he? And he's the guy that was just bundled into.
It was like a frontier town, wasn't it?
An old west scene.
But yeah, let's look for the doctor. And then maybe pay the ranch a visit.
I guess Mr. Dean can make a no roll. I'm like I say, I mentioned it right at the start. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if he actually did one, but I think at the mention of the ranch again, Mr. Dean can
film set. Is that what?
Mr. Dean can make a roll.
No, he can't.
I remember from last week. It was the film set where they had filmed
Is that a film set?
an old cowboy film. Yeah, I remember that from last week.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, I thought it. Yeah. So I think that was a bit of input from Mr. Dean. So yeah,
Yesterday.
yeah.
That guy
I've
was
clearly
drawing
forgotten it since yesterday. Yeah,
and that guy was drawing an old west scene in the hospital.
Yes.
he was.
But yeah, so so Chris Dean, there's an old like a movie set, like a western, Wild West frontier western town movie set. It fell out of
Old,
use.
like, Wild West set. Yeah, probably after that absolute bomb we made there. Got a reputation for being unlucky. Can't imagine why. Yeah, I think see if we can find the doctor first, and then head up there.
Okay. So the address that the Dr. Torres has given you is in Silver Lake, quite a well-to-do sort of suburban district of LA, up in the hills.
Okay. So this guy lives up in the Hollywood Hills in a fairly expensive doing well, making good money. We need to go.
I would say clearly there is money to be made in this.
We need to go and pay him a visit then. We've got an address. Just need to be discreet, boys. I know I can.
Discreet is our middle name.
Yep.
We've barely been noticed the whole time. Actually, we have been barely noticed the whole time, and there's a lot of shit's went down. We've just been
done fuck all.
You're strangely, yes. So what are you doing? Is that you all heading out there?
Yeah.
Or
Is there anywhere else we need to go?
I'm wondering, should maybe Spit and Cavs go to the movie set?
I'm going to go to the movie set. Sod it. Let's go. Do we know where the movie set is?
No. You know it's
Route 118.
yeah, it's somewhere on Route 118.
That's a long old route.
I'm sure I'll remember when I get out there. I'll go look for the movie set if you want, because I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Okay. So you and Hank are going out to the movie set.
Oh God.
Yes?
Gonna be wandering the streets. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
And then that's the other three of us going to the doctor.
Jimmy and Chris coming to meet see the doctor. All right.
I don't know. I might. Should we totally split up?
I
might-
like.
I might go and hang out at the Venus hot dog place near the telephone to see if I recognise anybody using the phone. And then I'm gonna shoot him.
Or not.
Just
Freeze, motherfucker!
what was that
Bye.
movie?
There's my postman.
Oh no, I'll go to the doctor. Do you really want to go out to try and find this movie set on just the two of you? I mean,
So
you
two
can go and
does seem to
scout
be-
it out, go and try and find it in the daytime.
That's true. We're
Yeah.
probably
Well,
full
aren't they
party.
setting up for
Well-
a music festival there? It's going to be easy to find if they are there.
Yeah, you could just go on. It's like they,
I think it's play it by ear. We don't want to put ourselves in any
yeah.
mortal peril.
The,
Mm.
Date wise, when's the acid test?
Do you have, so the flyer you've got hasn't got a date on it.
I've been eyeballed, haven't I? That guy that shot at me and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm probably best avoiding it in daytime. So yeah, I'll go to see the doctor with Frosty and James.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, if we see any sign of that blue van, we need to skedaddle anyway. Unless he could recognise any of us.
Okay. So Chris Dean and Hank Samsonite are heading out onto Route 118 to try and track down the this movie set. The
Are you
ranch.
going in, Han-
The ranch.
Can
Idea.
are you going in Hank's car?
I borrow somebody's car?
I take it the private investigator's not coming with us.
No.
I'm using it.
I'll get one of the chemists to give you her car.
So Hank's got a car. It just needs a bit of a
TLC.
wheel.
So we'll be kind. So yeah. So maybe it takes you managed to get your car started, Hanks, where it's still parked up near the Federigo mansion. It's not been towed away, and you and Chris head out from LA out onto Route 118, and you drive up and down. You assume it must be somewhere within the limits of LA. It's not going to be, it's not going to be like hours away. So you drive up and down.
Does anything come back to me from my driving out there to shoot some sort of rubbish film?
Give us a idea roll, Mr. Dean.
For the record, Phil, LA's like 160 miles by 50 miles.
Yeah.
Crazy big, man. It's half the time Scotland there.
Idea's intelligence, isn't it?
Yes, it
That's
is.
not great.
I imagine you played a.
Oh!
Go, Christine!
It's over there.
You played an American Indian extra.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's on. Route 118. It's one of the. Well, I don't know. I'm winging this on. To be honest, but yeah,
It's just inventing Google Maps.
yeah. So it's one of the routes. It's one of the routes. It's one of the routes. The state routes out of LA. So like I say, it's not going to be too far away. But anyway, yeah, you almost immediately. Within about an hour, you manage to find. You spot this turnoff, which is you almost missed it. It's just almost completely obscured by trees and bushes at the side of the road. But you spot this old old sign, the paint faded and peeling, like the ranch, Spawn Ranch movie set.
Okay, we found it. Let's go and tell the other guys.
Might as well have a quick look up there. Does it look like there's been any sort of traffic up here at all?
Yes. Yeah. So there's clearly In fact, you can see the dust being kicked in the distance as you pull up at the end of the track. You can see the dust being kicked up by a truck, some like that's disappearing down the around the bend at the far end of the track.
Any signs of a blue
Might as well
van?
have a.
No.
Should we have a mosey on up there?
Yeah, have a quick look, see.
Sounds good to me.
It'll be right. What can possibly go wrong?
We're gonna die.
Okay, so you drive the Hank drives his rickety old station wagon down this bumpy track. I think you can give us a drive roll as well. You know, your car's having, you know, it's not holding itself together on the best of days.
Go on, Hank.
I'll spend luck.
You can spend luck, yeah.
Really? Can I drive?
No. My car. 21. Spent 1.
Okay, so you hit a pothole on the bottom of the car, like grinds on the floor, almost coming to a halt. But yeah, Hank manages to get, you know, sort of wrench the steering wheel round and pull it off.
Hank, mate, you are fully aware that I used to do my own driving stunts.
When was the last time you were in a film, sorry?
When was the last time you nearly bottomed your car out?
I didn't, so we're still good. And it's my car, so fuck you. Do you want to walk?
At this rate, we'll both be walking.
Okay, and you round this corner, and ahead of you, you can see this Spawn Ranch. There's another sign saying Spawn Ranch. You can see these buildings set out on this like fake, you know, the fake sort of main street, and a chain link fence is being erected. There's like workmen erecting this chain link fence around this movie set. This is.
Oh, you know, it's like yesterday. It's all coming back to me.
So, like I said, it's quite a small set. It's not the best. It's not the best, most authentic looking movie set you've seen, Western movie set. It kind of just consists of one street. There's just like the saloon and sheriff's office, and this. Some of the buildings are even, you know, they're just fake, just like fronts. And above, overlooking, there's a small hill overlooking the set, on which sits a house that is clearly not part of the movie set. But as you roll,
people wandering around.
Yeah, there's workmen coming around. You can see as you roll it down this main street, you can see there's some men working on constructing a stage and lighting rigs, and like another stage which must be the sound engineer's stage.
How about up near the house? Is there anybody up there?
You can't see anybody. It's partially it's quite a way up from the from the set. But what you do see is you hear the sound of motorcycles, and coming round the corner ahead of you are two burly looking bikers with German helmets.
Oh, they're racists.
Like the little spike on top, isn't it?
Oh no! They're like the trench, not the ones with the spikes on top. They're like just the round. I forgot what they're called.
Style helms.
Yes, I'll go with that, Dave. I'll bow to Christine's theatrical knowledge. Yeah, and they kind of just like they clock you straight away and come and cruise up to either side of the car. You can see both of them have got like pistols shoved inside their belt waistband of the trousers.
Christine to act.
Yeah, so Christine, put in your best performance. How's about that?
Absolutely. But are they paying any attention to us?
Yeah, they can like cruise up at side of you and like and pretty much like block you without unless you wanted to like drive into them.
Yeah.
No, probably not the best plan. I'll,
Our only plan in a couple
In
of
every
seconds.
which way
hey
but loose.
guys,
Right, so the guy, the one you talked to, he's got like kind of like this big moustache and big sideburns, and he just kind of glares at you, and the other one like doesn't tap it, like bangs on the window, like almost you almost think he's gonna the glass is gonna shatter when he bangs on the window.
oh. In fact, if he bangs on the glass, it probably just drops straight away anyway.
Yeah, and just glass. Yeah, the glass is. Woof.
Hey, dude, watch the glass. Can you not tell this car's falling apart?
Right, he sticks his head right in through the window and says, "Who are you guys? You're not part of the construction team."
I'm mortified. Do you not recognise me? Christine? I was in Last Man Standing a few years back. Come here.
Right,
Played Jimmy.
he sort of like grabs the lapel
I
of
got
you.
shot. I got shot just over there by the saloon.
Right, he glances over and glances back at you and I'll tell you what, give me a luck roll. If you can get an extreme success on your luck roll.
Oh fuck!
Acting roll.
Look or acting.
Look, see if he recognizes. Maybe he does. Maybe he's one of those few people who actually recognizes you.
I saw it.
No. So he sort of looks over there and looks at you and grabs your lapel. Says, "You don't look like no woman."
Chris, Dean, do you not know? Maybe you know my cousin, James.
He sort of like
Everybody knows.
he straightens
my
up.
cousin.
He straightens up and exchanges a glance with his companion on the other side of the car. And then he like leans back in and goes, "I said, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? You're not construction crew."
Auditions?
I've just come to have a look at the old place.
Gives a fast talk.
I told Hank here that I'd show him how I died. Although maybe raising that in their head is probably not the best of plans.
Oh!
Hey.
Right, it seems that
Pull those irons out of the fire. Look, come with me, I'll show you.
right. So he kind of like steps back, looks a bit puzzled, a bit taken aback. He says, "Well, you better be quick about it. You'll be trespassing. You better be quick about it. We'll let it pass."
Okay, I'm going to walk over to the saloon. Walk through the door. I presume there's probably nothing on the other side.
There's kind of just
Come
like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a frontage.
Yeah.
So I'll walk through the door and then I'll walk back out, look around, and then get a shot. and fall into the dust doing my best dying acting.
Give us a look roll.
I'm trying my best for an acting role here.
Well, you can give us an acting roll as well if you want.
This is why no one's heard of Christine.
Oh, yeah, you pull off such a convincing performance that one of the bikers decides to like make it look a bit more realistic, and pops off a round that like embeds itself, splintering the wood just at the side of where your head hits the sidewalk, the boardwalk.
I'll squeal like a girl.
Now your sightseeing trips over, miss. Now get the fuck out of here.
Getting the fuck out of here, sir.
You wimp.
Let's see if the car
Shall I
starts.
drive?
Yeah, you drive.
Okay, whoever's driving, you can give me a look roll.
Does the car start?
Right in the back.
Oh!
Right.
Okay, so like you turn, it turns over a couple of times, and then just like dies.
You and your fucking shall
Do
I
you
drive
guys fancy?
bollocks.
Do you guys fancy giving us a push?
Oh, for fuck's sake, we're dead.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
told you this would happen. You
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
bright ideas.
Looks like you boys got a long fucking walk back to town. And they like they basically they kind of to put it kindly, they escort you from the premises and dump you on the dirt road just outside the ranch.
Looks like we've got a bit of a walk out, Hank.
Yeah,
Nice
I
work,
think you
boys.
should piggyback me. Can I jump on his
Oh,
back,
well.
please?
So meanwhile,
Sensible group.
prior to all of this, because obviously it wouldn't have taken you as long to get to this area of LA, you make your way into it's a Silver Lake district of LA, where you find you follow the directions to the address that Dr. Torres gave you, and you find from the street you're looking at the home of what we assume, if the details are correct, is of Dr. Jonas Casper, better known as Dr. Starfinder. It appears to be an entirely traditional, deeply shadowed, one-story Spanish colonial home with a well-tended lawn, trees and shrubs showing recent attention. There's a long gravel driveway leading to the back of the property. However, you have a feeling that something far from normal is brewing in the shadows of the palm trees that tower above it. And this is the lovely, lovely little house.
Oh wow!
That's
Nice.
Looks like it's right out of the desert of Mexico. Hey, it's cool. Like. Very nice.
Terracotta roofs.
okay.
So how are we approaching
Bit of
this?
the Mediterranean and LA. It's nice. Like.
That sounding horrible, Phil. What time are we calling it tonight?
Shortly. We won't be coming back. We probably won't be coming back to Mr. Samsonite. So it depends on if you want to stick around.
I'll stick around and just give it a listen.
Okay. What are you doing, guys?
What? How
Just
are we
up and
gonna
knock?
go about that? I'm just gonna go up and knock. Right. Okay. That's how we're doing it then.
As well. At the
Wait.
start, this sort of neighborhood, if we like start lurking around the place, we're going to get the police phoned on us, and I think the police turn up when you call in this sort of
In this
neighborhood.
kind of neighbourhood, yeah, the police actually come, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, but I best not shoot in there.
if you can restrain yourself, it'd be.
If you
Not
could,
unless we need to.
yeah, if you could
if
save
you could just-
yourself from shooting for as long as possible, that'd
We've all
be
had to
handy.
restrain ourselves.
No, I won't shoot him,
This
but I
game.
might pistol whip him. Depending on what he's
Restrain-
like.
Maybe
Depending
try
on what-
talking first. Let's see how it
Yeah,
goes.
if we
Oh,
could
yeah,
try
we'll
talk
talk
as well.
first. Talk first. But if he doesn't answer our questions,
It's always
Um,
good to have a little bit of butch with us, a little bit of.
so what are we
Muscle, I'm sure.
actually going to knock on the door? What are we here for? What are we asking? How are we approaching it?
What does he know about this Cthulhu purple? Where's it come from?
We've been talking to your ex.
Actually, is there
Um,
anything that looks remotely like recording equipment?
Recording equipment.
Yeah, like looking. I'm wondering if my my two colleagues could look like
Film crew.
reporters' aides.
You're a
on the spot
reporter
radio.
interviewing them and we're the film crew.
Or well, I do a radio show, so just have to be like a tape deck or something. Let's have a rummage in the boot. What have we got? From a...
See, there's an old boom mic
whose
there.
car is this?
It's Mr.
Why-
Miller's.
So he'd have surveillance type equipment, wouldn't he, and microphones and stuff.
No, I've got a. I've only got a.
These are-
I've got an M60 in my trunk.
What?
I'm joking.
What about when you're snooping them?
Don't forget, this is 1966. A camera would be like.
No, it won't be a camera because we're a radio show. I'm a radio DJ.
Oh, right, okay.
Just the
So it'd
three
be
tape
like
recorder,
just something
yeah.
with a tape recorder
Dictaphone.
phone back, and somebody with a folder.
Well, if Phil's generous, he might allow us to have pre-planned this before we just rock up to this.
Bound
guy's
to have a
house.
cord in this police car.
Well, we'll have
as
time while the Western, mic appreciation study. So that's what we're doing. We're going to the guise of I'm going to conduct a radio interview, which has already been organised.
Okay, so maybe
Well,
you've called
after-
it. Maybe you've called at the radio station then and picked up, borrowed a few things.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay,
Fake boom mic and stuff.
so you're heading up you're parking on the street and heading up walking up the driveway then. It's not. It's not like a it's not like a mansion with like a mile long driveway. It's only
No, we'll just park on the street then. That makes sense.
okay.
And then make the whole thing of getting out and getting the equipment, and I'll do the wee cravat.
Okay, so as you're walking up the gravel driveway, you can all make a spot hidden roll.
Maybe I can't. God, that's been my
Oh,
first.
Frosty can.
Oh.
You spot everything.
Frosty sees gods and everything.
Okay, so Frosty, you can't help but notice that there's this well sort of raked. Everything's in pristine condition, but this even a well raked gravel driveway. It doesn't look like anybody actually. If somebody drives on it, they must rake it regularly to keep it immaculate. But you see the others like just must be like distracted or something. But you clearly see there's deep tire marks marking this gravel driveway, and one of the agave pot, the one like potted plants near the curb, has been smashed, knocked over and smashed as if someone left in a hurry.
Yeah, so and like these marks look like they're kind of not straight, so like someone's skidding off in a hurry,
Yeah.
and that's how they
Yeah.
banged into the thing. Like, okay,
Yeah, possibly so.
I'm gonna say to the officer, look at that, look at those marks. The gravel. Look, someone's left out here in a hurry. Look, everything else is pristine. Look, they cut. You can look at the lawn. They cut that every 10 minutes. They obviously rake this gravel after somebody drives up a bit. Look, just over there, and look at that pot knocked over. Someone's left here in a hurry recently, very recently.
Oh dear. Let's act stupid and knock anyway and see if this door's unlocked.
Act?
Should maybe two of us knock and one person go round the back just in case somebody goes running out?
Let's knock. Let's look innocent.
Okay,
I'll let
so
you take charge, Mr. Video DJ.
So as you approach the house, you can see the windows are covered with decorative cast iron bars. Thorny agave and fuchsia plants grow beneath to deter, possibly, they're like, ornamental and pretty to look at, but possibly also serve to deter intruders as they're quite, sort of spiky plants. The wide front porch has a pair of heavy oak doors with black cast iron hardware.
So we'll go through the motions of knocking the door, because I think if we start just snooping around, like I said, it's all about the hands.
Aye, okay. I'll hold a clipboard or a boom mic, whatever's we've got.
Yeah, just
Okay, so you knock and you wait and you knock again and there's no reply.
oh dear. We did have this organised for 5 o'clock, and we need to get set up. One of you fellas want to check around the back? Just say rather openly.
Did you hear that?
Hmm?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Right, I'll open the door.
It's locked.
Right, I'll go around back then.
Okay. So, is anybody else going around the back or just Mr. Miller?
Just like I said, we'll have to keep up. We're in broad daylight.
Yeah,
We'll keep up
We'll
appearance,
come
we'll
afternoon.
stay down the front.
Okay, fair enough. So, Miller, you go around the back. So the rear of the property is a small, well-landscaped yard with 2 lemon trees. There's a fire pit with 4 cast iron chairs, a motorcycle that's covered over with a canvas cover. There's a separate standalone garage. Looks like a two-car garage. And there's a small concrete patio with 2 faded web chairs, 2 large pots with from which you can see rosemary and basil growing in them. One of them has been tipped over, and it's broken and the contents spilled across the patio. There's a wooden door leading into what looks like a kitchen, and concrete steps that lead down to a basement. And the hall of the rear is surrounded by a large 7-foot wooden fence, which affords some privacy from the neighbours.
So, did you say the back door's open?
No, I didn't say it was open. You said it's there's a wooden door leading into what looks like the kitchen. From what you can see, the little side windows, and it looks like it leads into a kitchen. There's also some concrete steps that lead down to a basement door.
I'll nip back round to the front if they've not followed me around and just said there's a door round back, and
Maybe
and steps going downstairs, and there's also a double garage.
well, I was thinking you
Probably
could have opened the
British
back door
shit.
and let us in the front as if we were expected.
Well, should we knock on the back door first? Oh, it looks like there's another plant pot.
Your privacy?
If you just nip round the back and let us in from the front, then any neighbours seeing us going, it looks normal.
Yeah,
If
all
we-
right.
If we go in the front.
So I'll nip back round. Is the back door locked?
It is. As you're nipping round as well, you can give me another spot hidden roll.
Can I pass this one?
it's like
Third one of
If you
Third
could
one
please, thank
failed.
you.
maybe not.
Oh.
Okay.
Lying bastard.
Sorry, guys, I am going to shoot off. Apologies.
Alright, sure.
Okay. No
Okay,
worries.
Stuart.
No worries.
Sorry about
See you next week.
that. Yeah.
So you approach the kitchen door, and it's got one of them, the mesh screen doors across it, and you can see the screen door's been damaged. It won't close properly, and there's something splashed upon it, and as you look closer, it's sort of rusty brown substance. So it's just a small splash. But you've seen enough crime scenes to recognise it straight away. This looks like dry blood.
And whereabouts on the door is it?
It's on the outside of the screen door. Like I said, the screen door's damaged. It wasn't closed properly.
Right. I'll
Well, that's landscapes proper lighting up my face.
I'll try and I'll go in.
Okay, the door's locked.
Oh. There's blood on it. I'm going to try and pick the lock.
Okay, I was just going to say, I think you've got reasonable lock picking skill.
Well, you say reasonable. I've got about 30%.
Okay.
I do have.
think it'd be better than I've got.
I've got 31%.
Okay.
Burn some luck time.
Only 10.
Yeah, I'll do it. 10 points of luck.
Okay. So if you like click on it and expand it, it'll give you the button to like spend 10 luck. There we go. Okay. So the lock quickly yields to your lock picking skills. You're gonna open. You're gonna go in.
I'll just open it ever so slightly and listen, see if I can hear anything from inside.
Okay.
Listen roll or just nothing?
We can make a listen roll if you want.
Heighten the paranoia. Got good ears. Not very good
So
eyesight.
at first, you can't hear anything apart from the quiet hum of the refrigerator. But then you can just pick out the faint strains of music. You can't quite tell where it's coming from. You can make an idea roll or an idea roll.
Intelligence in it. Oh.
Okay, so it's you can hear, like I say, you can hear this faint music. It's one of those sort of irritatingly catchy tunes. Those that music that you might hear in like a department store or a lift. That kind of music, and you recognize it as 50 million Frenchmen. That's what it's called. 50 million Frenchmen, and you can hear this. You just like really, really faint. You can just hear it.
And whereabouts is it coming from?
You can't tell
like
at the
one of
moment.
the side rooms or something.
Possibly, it's not. You don't think it doesn't seem to be coming from the kitchen.
I'm gonna tiptoe to the front door.
Okay, so you're going in the kitchen, right? Okay, so you go in through the. Are you closing the door behind you? It's unlocked now, so it's not going to lock again. It's like
I'll not. If it doesn't shut, I'll close it too if I can.
Yeah. You can pull it shut. It's the only screen. It's on the screen door that doesn't shut properly. Okay, so you close the door or pull it to behind you. So this kitchen's quite. So it's cabinet. Got these painted sky blue cabinets. There's a wooden table with four small chairs, an electric stove, like I say, a refrigerator, which you can hear it quietly humming away in the background. A toaster on the kitchen worktop. And there's a fern hanging in a pot near the window. And a kitchen like this quite well do, quite expensive looking kitchen, and somewhere like this would be quite a cozy, nice, relaxing space. But it's anything but cozy at the moment. There is a smell here. The smell of chlorine. That is a really, really strong smell of chlorine that catches at the back of your throat. And you can make a spot hidden roll as well.
Or not, as the case may be.
Over to Michael Barrymore's house.
Fourth time. Come on.
Okay.
Nope.
So, evidence of violence is abundant everywhere. The floor by the kitchen door is smeared with blood, as is the doorknob. A puddle of burgundy-coloured liquid and the remains of a wine bottle can be seen under the kitchen table, on which sit 2 overturned glasses and an ashtray with several cigarette butts. There's as you take a little step further into the kitchen, you see on the floor a corkscrew, and the worm on the corkscrew is bloody and bent.
There's a dates went wrong.
And now you're in the kitchen. You can hear the music a little bit more clearly, and it's coming from a door in the corner next to that. You couldn't see it first. It's on the other side of the refrigerator.
Right, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna try and open the front door. Is there a key in the door? Is there a latch?
So yeah, there's like a key hung up. There's like a key hook to the side.
Is there a towel or something I can just pick up so I don't?
Yeah.
Get
Why
my
not? I would imagine so. Yeah.
I don't want to get my fingerprints in the blood or anything.
So
I'm gonna open up the front door.
Okay.
And let them in.
Okay, so you go through to the front door. So the front door as well, it leads. So you pass through quite a large sort of gathering area, like a front room. There's no like hallway to the front door. It just opened. The front door opens into this like sort of, like I said, gathering area. It's decorated with quite sleek, expensive-looking modern furniture. There's several healthy-looking rubber trees, deep shag-piled rugs. There's floor-to-ceiling shelves holding an encyclopedic collection of vinyl jazz records, and walls with framed abstract paintings, and a pair of 5-foot-tall walnut-encased speakers. In one corner is a cabinet containing a record turntable and tuner that has been overturned and smashed. A dozen records are scattered nearby, and a glass coffee table has a deep crack in its surface with a splash of drying blood. And again, it's although it's faint here, there's this smell of chlorine. So you can notice all this as you turn the lock, the key in the lock, and open the door to let in Frosty and James.
So I'll just go. There's nothing to see here. Come on, let's go. So yeah, I'll let them in. There's it's not good. Looks like someone's been murdered in here.
Oh dear. Right. Well, this is only late. This is one of our only late, so we'll have to.
It stinks of chlorine as well.
I can smell it. Yeah.
Just don't touch anything if you can. Not do that. So yeah, I'll let him
Frosty
in.
pulls a pair of rubber gloves out of his pocket and puts them on.
Okay, so there's two short hallways that lead from this room. One on the left leads to four doors. There's 4 doors leading off it, and the one to the right leads back through to the kitchen.
Just thinking, there could still be somebody in the house because both doors are locked, unless they've killed somebody and then locked the door after they've left. So just be careful. I'm gonna take my pistol out.
Okay.
Just in case. So
I'll go upstairs.
There's no upstairs, a single story.
There's a bungalow, is it? Right.
bungalow. Did you say there was a basement?
Go and sit on the roof.
Stairs to a basement.
There was stairs out. There was concrete steps out the back that led down to a basement door, and there's also a door. So there's 4 doors right. There's this hallway that leads into the kitchen. There's another door that was at the side of the refrigerator that you couldn't see, that seems to be where the sound of music's coming from. And from this main front room, there's another hallway leading off with 4 doors leading off it.
I'll go to the room with the music then, and
okay, so that's back towards the kitchen then.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
Following the PI, he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you follow.
I'm going to take my cravat off and use it in case we need to open doors or anything, because I don't want to.
Okay.
I'll give you a spare pair of rubber gloves out of my pocket. I'm a serious drug dealer. I carry rubber gloves. Here you go.
All right, that'll work.
Okay. So yeah, you follow Chris through into the kitchen, where you're confronted by this like strong smell of chlorine again. It'll burn, it catches at the back of your throat. You can feel, you can taste it in your mouth. You two can make a spot hidden roll, and you can see clear signs of violence all around this room. And there's you can hear this faint music that seems to be coming from the door at the side of the fridge.
Are there any footprints with blood or any smears like?
There's
being
blood.
dragged away?
There's blood blood smeared all over the floor near the back door.
We're gonna be getting shit on us. Hey ho.
So, James, so you see the source of this chlorine smell. There's puddles of wet puddles and footprints on the kitchen floor, particularly near the door at the side of the refrigerator. That's the source of this smell of chlorine. These wet puddles and footprints.
So I sort of, guys, look, point towards where the footprints are. I think we better watch where we're stepping here. Something's happened. Was there a pool when you
No.
were in the back, Chris? That's not good.
Chlorine.
Is there?
Chlorine is what reacts with that drug to make it.
Yeah, but
make people
somebody's
explode, and there's
got
blood
wet
all over
feet.
places.
Somebody's walked through here, and it's been recent. Is there a bathroom? Let's find the bathroom. I have a funny feeling there's a bathtub filled with chlorine.
Maybe there's no body because they've dissolved. So
So we don't want to step near the
That's what I
back
did.
where all the blood is. We don't want to step in anything. We don't want to step in this and disturb these footprints.
So the other two have already walked through these puddles on the floor.
Oh shit!
I think we should just go straight to the door where the music is. I think that's the best chance of there being someone in here still.
yeah,
Okay.
We're gonna go behind the big strong PI with his gun though.
Okay. So you going? Is that where you're going? You're going to this door?
I'm gonna go.
Don't want to open
Police,
the door for you.
police, come out with your hands up. Any response?
No. You can
Right.
you can give us another listen roll though.
Everybody?
No, just Chris, because he's at the door.
Lost me thinking. Listen.
Excuse
See if I'm still good at listening. No, I'm not that good. What we got?
You're too wired.
46. Oh, fucking hell. I'll not spend a lot.
No.
So.
Okay, so there's no you call out, but there's no response. You can still hear this like faint sound of music, but there's something else as well. There's a odd sound, almost like a mewling,
Oh, great.
like slurping noise.
Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to go in.
Right, do you want me to open the door so you have the weapon ready?
Well, you can do, yeah.
Right.
I'll go in police
Andrew.
style.
Okay.
Bad boy, bad boy.
I pull the door open. Let Chris
Take the sanity.
first. No, well,
Okay, you pull the door open, and the volume of the music increases.
Increases.
Yes, obviously the music's coming from down in this. The door opens to some stairs leading down to the basement.
All right. Anticlimax. Any blood or anything going down the stairs? Any chlorine trails?
No, but the smell of chlorine is much stronger. You can smell it coming up from the cellar, from the
Is there a
basement.
light, any light switch? Any
There's light. Yeah, there is some light down there.
Anybody coming down with me?
A
Maybe
light. So
Yeah,
it's kind of.
Oh, I'll follow you, but I'm not going first.
somebody ought to just watch upstairs just to make sure.
Oh,
nobody-
sorry. There's no. You can't see a light down there, but you do. You do hear the sound of breaking glass.
Right, I'm gonna
Just
go
briefly.
down. What, like somebody just breaking?
Yeah, as if somebody just knocked something over and it's smashed.
All right, breaking a window to try and get out something. Right, so yeah, I'll go down then.
Okay, what's somebody else doing?
I'll go down with them.
Okay. And Jack, Mr. Frosty.
I'll follow in as well. Yeah.
Okay, so Chris is going first. Who's behind Chris?
Me.
And then James, and then Jack at Frosty at the rear. Okay.
We're going up
So you
down.
get to the bottom of the stairs, and the smell of the chlorine, just the strength that just hits you. Your eyes are watering, your nose is burning, your mouth and throat is burning. You can see just in front of in front of you to the side. You can see like a pull switch for a light.
I'll pull that.
I'll
with my
pull
towel
up.
on.
You keep control of the gun.
Chlorine
Yeah, go on.
fumes aren't explosive, aren't they?
No.
You can make a chemistry test,
Heavier-
Mr.
they're heavier
Fraser.
than-
Chemistry, though. Chemistry. Yeah.
Chlorine's heavier than air.
It's only what I do.
Okay.
Extreme
So-
success,
So yeah, no, it's not explosive. It is in high concentrations. It is highly toxic. It can do severe damage to your eyes, to your to your lungs. It can potentially cause permanent damage to your lungs. It can in extreme. It can be fatal.
I'm gonna pull my shirt
gas
up
mask
around my
Potentially
face
heavier than air.
Gas,
and
gas,
encourage
gas.
the guys. I'll like motion to them to try and pull their shirts up over their faces. But I know that the point there was that I know that it's not explosive and that, like a tiny little spark of a light's not going to blow us up. So that's fine. That's what I was checking.
Okay, so James, you reach out and you pull the pull cord for the light, and there's a sudden flash of light as the light, the bulb comes to life and flooding the room with light, and then there's a slight popping noise from it, and it fails briefly and then starts flickering intermittently.
You'd have thought you could have afforded a better light bulb having a nice place like this. Right, so
So you can just make out the far end. That's like because it's slightly higher up, but the far opposite end you can see what must be the exterior door to the basement that you saw from the rear of the
Alright.
property.
and what can we see down here then? Is there anybody, anything?
So in the flickering Muzak-filled darkness and the air that is choked with chlorine, you can all make a Constitution roll.
It might have been a good idea to go back to my car and get a torch. Constitution, have we got any of that?
Oh, what have you rolled, Jimmy boy?
Okay,
Right,
so
Before.
Oh, wait, because I'm going to push mine because I've got the constitution of a.
and how are you pushing it?
Because I've got the constitution of a hardcore drug addict, mate. I have drugs for breakfast.
Okay.
That's how I'm pushing it.
Okay.
You're just swallowing the sick.
Aye, exactly. Yeah. I'm just choking it back. It's easy. Right, let's push it. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so you managed to like you clamp the your makeshift mask to your face, blocking out as your vision starts to swim and your head like starts pounding, and you have to steady yourself against the wall, whereas James just goes down, just goes clean, passes out is out cold and just hits the floor, like a sack of potatoes, just bang down.
What the hell?
Lightweight.
And you can see he's in the flickering light. You see his eyes rolling back in and out in his head, and like he's starting to like froth at the foam at the mouth a little bit.
I'll drag him out at.
You haven't seen that. That's happened behind you. Your attention is drawn by something else. So the lab in front of you is a horrifying sight, a nauseating sight.
I can't smell out.
So you're managing to block the worst of the chlorine. You're holding holding your hand and you're like maybe your coat to your face. But meanwhile, we'll just pop briefly back to Chris Dean as Chris and Hank sort of walk down this dirt road back towards Route 118, and you see a blue transit van coming down the dirt track.
Hitch a lift.
Presume it's going the other way.
It's coming towards the ranch. It's come off the highway.
I'll just step out of the way.
Okay. You're just stepping off the road. You're attempting to hide, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming it's probably too late for us to hide.
Well, it's up to you. It's quite a way off. It's like a few hundred yards back to the.
Right, okay. Well, if I think there's a chance that he hasn't seen us, I'll try and hide without it making obvious if he has.
Okay.
I'm suddenly diving behind a tree.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Give us a stealth roll then.
Ooh.
Oh, 3 points.
I'm gonna look that bad boy.
Okay. So if you want to spend the luck, clear thing. So Hank, let's see. Where's Hank? Hank. I've lost him. There he is. I'm sure he'll be happy about me doing this. Oh! Okay. So you sort of dive, sort of scramble off the side of the road, like ducking down into a ditch. Only daring to peek up, just barely peek above the edge as this blue transit van goes past, and you catch sight of the 3 people sat in the front of the van.
Do I recognise?
Yes, you do.
I presume one of them's our friend that shot us.
Yes, one of them is the guy that you saw driving the van at Venus Hot Dogs. You also see Charlie Manson, and in between them, you see Kendall Federigo.
Save her.
As the van drives past you, you also see what looks like a bloody handprint on the back door.
Oh. If I could have been there, I could have shot him and missed.
So the lab is a horrifying, nauseating sight. Even in the flickering light, it is evident that someone was beaten nearly to death in here. There's blood everywhere. But the true horror is the whimpering, writhing, vaguely human shape that is dragging itself towards you. Flesh sloughing off its body, bones snapping wetly.
Lovely.
And that is where we will end it.